Whoa, Pat, don't flip people off. Pat's doing double middle finger guns. I don't like that.
No, my hand cramped. Both of them simultaneously.
Just the same way?
In the exact same way. Yeah.
No,
it was weird, dude.
I don't believe that. You're not starting Gravy Day off on the right foot. All right? We're just going to take two. No, you're doing it again. All right, we're moving on. Episode 404. Pat's already ruined it. Happy Gravy Day, everybody. I'm sorry.
Episode not found.
I'm wearing a positive vibes only shirt right now. Wearing a positive vibes only shirt.
I'm going so negative. I'm going so negative today.
This is a positive podcast, just to build one another up. But yeah, I guess somebody said we should name the episode 404.
Episode not found.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
I didn't even know somebody said that. It literally, as you said 404, that just popped in my head. Because it's a very obvious joke.
Yeah.
Joe Mama.
For all you computer nerds out there. Not me. I'm a sports guy.
Yeah, Alex is just sports and banging.
Just chicks and sports. That's what this podcast is about. We actually are going to talk about chicks and sports.
And big old jacked up monster trucks. Just manly shit.
Yeah, just guy stuff.
Stuff. And miles of meat like a man.
You're basically walking into a locker room every Wednesday, hanging with the boys. Robert is the old guy. He's just naked, he's shaving, just completely buck ass naked.
Yeah, he never wears pants on the podcast. It's getting disturbing.
Oh, hey fellas, what are you doing, Robert? Put some fucking clothes on before you decide to shave. And he's got his leg up on the counter. What are you? You're not shaving your pubes in the gym bathroom. Get out of here.
Yeah, but when your balls are that long, you got to show them off.
Yeah, I guess I am kind of excited when I can get to that level where you just no one cares.
Dude, long balls.
We're not going to say to the 75-year-old man in the gym, you do you, man.
It's going to be really inconvenient to have balls that long, but also fun.
Yeah, probably.
You can just you'll sit on them more, which is going to suck, but you can also swing around like a pendulum. So you got to take the good with the bad.
You do on Bad Grandpa where you just kind of hang them out your shorts.
Oh yeah. Oh, my balls are going to be just touching now.
You just get arrested for public indecency or
use the excuse I'm old.
Yeah, that's true. They can't really go after you on that, but I don't know. They might. Let's get into the pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kid segment, where it's our turn to kind of ask some questions, bring up any thoughts we got. If y'all don't have anything, I can start us off.
Go for it.
All right. Well, what do you think? We're in a masked up world. I know things are kind of getting back to normal, but they're not quite back yet. But who do you think is doing better in the masked up world that we are in currently right now in the last year? Ventriloquists or butterfaces?
Butterfaces. Ventriloquists, they've had their livelihoods taken away.
But now, you don't really have to even pretend that you're not moving your lips. You just wear a mask.
Nobody's going to a ventriloquist show if their mouth is covered.
You don't think they had those parking lot shows and there were a bunch of people, all the big ventriloquists, Jeff Dunham and
maybe the big ones
whoever
Jeff
else
Dunham.
Is big.
Yeah, it's Jeff Dunham.
Doug Funny did that.
I'm sure Jeff Dunham probably has still done a couple shows because people know the characters and they're there for the characters more than just how good he is at doing it. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to go to see a random ventriloquist in your car from 300 feet away going, well, I can't tell if he's moving his mouth anyway. But ugly people...
I feel like it's been a pretty big come up for amateur ventriloquists.
I mean, I look great at work every day now.
Yeah, you get to cover that up. But it's what if your face was your teeth were the best part of the face and you don't get to show that off. And what if you just have ugly ass eyes? Yeah, cross eyes.
See, my only good feature is my eyebrows. So with a hat on and a mask, I'm rocking it right now.
Only good feature is your eyebrows.
I've been told, a girl told me one time 4 years ago that my eyebrows were nice and I've held on to that.
Was she drunk when she said that?
No, we were at work.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's possible she was drunk. She weighed 19 pounds. So
I would say
one beer could do it.
Eyebrows are average.
No, dude, I have great eyebrows. It's just bad video quality.
Maybe.
Just wait till you see me again. You're gonna be damn, Pat.
Those eyebrows. Look at them.
You're gonna you're gonna have to resist the urge to lick them. They're that good.
All right. Well, isn't that your recent study suggests? Isn't that that like Sam's outline is her glasses, and isn't yours just eyebrows?
Yeah, mine is eyebrows.
Just
I'm also
I
with
Robert has
Pet.
better eyebrows.
No, I mean, I'm not saying mine are.
Eyebrows.
I'm not saying mine are better than Robert's. Like, just because I can hit a 3, I wouldn't say I would. I'm a better shooter than Steph Curry. I mean, we're talking elite here. Not that I can hit a 3 in the first place, because I fucking can't.
If you gave me unlimited shots and didn't count it when I missed, I could definitely hit 3s.
I mean, I could probably hit 1 for 20. You give me 20 shots, I'm confident I can hit a 3. I'm just saying I'm not a shooter.
I've never missed a free throw at Toyota Center, 1 for 1. Went there on a field trip, crushed it.
Ooh.
Just not to brag or anything, but I could probably play for the Rockets at this point.
I don't know. We got some young studs.
Rockets, yeah. Well,
they're playing better right
won
now.
Like 14 games, so
yeah, but they're playing better right now.
Which doesn't mean they're playing good.
No, but they're better. I don't even care. I don't watch basketball anyway.
Still not good. Yeah. So I guess y'all are thinking Butterfaces have made out a little bit better in the pandemic, out of like this mask world we're in. All right. Then my other thing was like burlesque shows. I know it's a big thing. I know there's a lot of burlesque dancers, but like, is burlesque dancing like the cousin to stripping?
Yes.
It's like, because I get it, you got like cool outfits on.
It's supposed to be like
dances,
and it's supposed to be
like,
sexy.
And just, it feels like everything's set in like the 1920s, where it's like, wah, 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 wah. And it's like some like flapper girl walks out there. There's always got to be a horn in there. Wah, 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 woo. And then she's got like tassels on her titties or whatever. Like I feel like that is just basically like it's like a gateway to stripping, is it?
It's a non-nude strip club.
But don't they show nudity?
Sometimes.
Some of them.
Well, they do.
It's like classy nudity, where it's like, a nipple popped out.
It's a classier strip club. It's a like organized show. Whereas if you go to a strip club, they're just stripping. Like, yeah, they've got maybe some signature moves and shit, but this is like a production. You know what this is? It's stripping with a Hollywood budget. That's what burlesque is.
With a Hollywood budget.
I mean, comparatively, it's obviously I'm not saying it's a Hollywood
swing music.
Sorry, maybe let's just say stripping with a budget. We'll call it that.
I'm guessing neither one of y'all have been to a burlesque show. I have not.
No, I've only been to one strip club.
Any burlesque
I respect women.
Listen to this podcast. Hook us up. We'd love to watch and give a review. And I'm not saying like we're not saying like your profession is stupid. I just was like, I'm always confused because I see pictures and stuff from that, and it's like it seems like it's almost nudity, but I don't think that there is nudity in it. But it's like it seems like it'd be interesting to watch. But it also, I didn't watch Moulin Rouge, but I saw that music video that like Lil Kim and Christina Aguilera were in, and it seems like they wear those kind of like Moulin Rouge outfits.
Not some of them have stripping, not all. Because if you remember Holly Madison, who used to be like Hef's main girlfriend, she she had her own burlesque show in Vegas, and she got naked in that, and other dancers did too. But not all burlesque shows have nudity.
I guess you'd have to probably pay more for the ones with nudity.
That would be my guess.
We should.
I mean, it's a show. I mean, right here, bud.
Lots of feathers.
Put some nipple tassels on me.
There's always like a martini glass or some sort of like cup they're sitting in when I see the pictures.
Yeah, for me, we'll just make it like a whiskey tumbler.
It's just a hot tub full of whiskey.
You know what? We'll put me in a big mason jar. That's what we'll do.
There you go. So yeah, burlesque dancing is kind of like the cousin of stripping.
Yeah, which I actually saw something recently where in like the Chinese section of Epcot, because they have all the different like areas of the world, there's like pole dancing in there at Epcot. Now, they're not wearing skimpy clothing or anything, but like, are they saying that pole dancing came from China? And if so, does that make the Chinese the original strippers? Like, did they invent stripping?
I would assume like who invented fire stations with poles? Because I'd like to believe that eventually, like there had to be like a fire station that had like the first like 2-story fire station. Like, what if we had a pole? We could get to the truck faster. And then at a certain point, they're like, "Yo, what if we got these girls to come? There's no fires right now. They could dance on the pole."
No, dude. If they're showing in the China area of Epcot like pole dancing, then they've been doing this for far longer than there's been fire departments.
I don't know, man. How long has there been fire? Since like forever?
Yeah, but organized fire departments with a 2-story pole, I think, has probably only been around maybe 100 years. Like I'm gonna assume either the English or the Germans invented the fire pole, or the Americans.
Okay.
One of the three. Like definitely not the French. They just like threw coffee at fire. Who fucking knows what they do?
It's through baguettes. And you're like, no, those are flammable, dude. What are you doing?
It's not from the Netherlands. Like when they have fires, they just hit them with massive fans until they blow away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say English, German, or Americans. We invented the fire pole.
All right. Did anybody else have anything for the pre-com segment?
Just that the Chinese invented stripping.
Well, it's good to know.
Where did we land on last week's topic of you shaving your beard or not?
I mean, it's gonna happen, just not right away.
I wouldn't shave
You building it up to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it gets a little warmer. It was still like 52 when I got up this morning, so it's like,
yeah,
gotta keep this face warm. It's like a sweater
chilly.
for my face.
You either, if you're gonna do it, you have to shave it in stages as a joke until you just have the mustache, like mutton chop, like the chin goes.
Oh, yeah,
like we said last week,
I
the
gotcha.
mutton chops. Or I think you should just trim it. Don't shave it all the way. Just trim it.
I don't know. Because Pat thinks I should keep it. I kind of want to not keep it.
Just take it to a 4. That's what I do. I haven't done it in a while. I got to trim mine. It's getting very puby. It's really curly right now.
You said it. I didn't want to say it. All right, let's move on.
It is what it is. I got curly facial hair, man. I'm Irish. What do you want?
Let's get into our Comeback Kid segment where we tell you guys what's back in the news. Sometimes we shoehorn whatever we feel like talking about, but here we go. Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Boom. All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is weed, because it was 420, dude.
Dude, it was so lit.
420, bro. We ain't in lockdown anymore, dude. We can hang out with our bros, chill out, watch Half Baked, smoking doobies with my brothers.
Is 420 better like when you're a high school stoner, or is it better like when you're an adult, like in that age where you still like think smoking weed is an event? Because like high school, you still have to go to like class and you could get caught and all that shit, but it like, you know, I think that makes it more exciting. But like, you know, when you're 23 and you can just take the day off work and get high as shit, I feel like that's still got to be better.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird if you take the day off to get high. Like, what do you have after work, bro?
I mean, we're talking, I mean, if you're 23 and you're that excited about, you know, 420, where you're probably working at fucking Java Juice. I'm not saying you're not taking a sick day from the office.
I don't know. I'm sure some people have done that.
Sorry, I've got a bad cough today.
My bad. I think I have some medicine at my house I could take, if you know what I'm saying, boss. Yeah, it's weird, and it's like I feel like it's like not as big a deal now, especially since so many places have it legalized.
Yeah,
decriminalized, where it's like it used to be,
come on, Texas,
something, man. And then like now it's like, yeah, it's also you can just go to a store and buy it in a lot of places. So cool. It's like that'd be like a day just dedicated to alcohol, where it's like, no way, we have liquor stores.
Oh, you mean like 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo, St. Patty's Day?
Well, 4th of July is dedicated to America.
And getting fucked up and barbecuing. I mean, it's a big part
you just celebrate America by
so
getting
really, it's Cinco de Mayo and St. Patty's Day. We've got two for two different cultures.
It's American Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo is Mexican St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is
No, St.
Irish
Patrick's
4th of July.
St. Patrick's Day is just St. Patrick's Day. It's a day
Irish
where
4th of July.
No, it's not. It was the day that St. Patrick drove the
same
snakes
thing.
out of Ireland. No.
Yeah,
Even the Irish know.
which
It's just an excuse.
to me
to
was
get
basically
fucked
like
up.
freeing them from England.
St. Patrick's Day, it will be
Snakes
the last
originated
holiday.
in England.
Snakes were actually metaphors for the Druid priests. Snakes, non-Catholics. St. Patrick drove them out.
Right, and they were in England.
Yeah. No, in
So,
Ireland. He
ipso
drove them back to
facto, Ireland won their independence from England, as did the United States. That's why St. Patrick's Day is Irish 4th of July.
That's why we're brothers. Everyone loves the Irish.
Please quit trying to spread this false narrative that that's not exactly what that is.
No, it's just
This
St. Patrick's
history
Day.
lesson I'm giving you, that is 100% accurate.
St. Patrick's Day is exactly what it is. It's like, when teachers told you always read when you're reading, look for the deeper meaning. I'd be the guy that was like, I don't do that. Like what you say, the words that you say is what I'm going to read. If you meant it, you can say it. That's exactly what St. Patrick's Day is. There's no deeper meaning. There's no, don't disrespect even the Irish were like, yeah, today's to get fucked up. That's what you do on St. Patty's Day. Like, don't think about it too much. Everybody's Irish today. Just get fucking bombed and have a good time. That's what St. Patty's Day is. There's no deeper meaning behind it.
I fucking hated shit like that. I was like, well, what do you think like the themes were that the character was trying to portray? It's like, I don't fucking care, man. It's a made up character. This isn't real. Who knows? You can't say any answer I say is wrong.
This book was about hunting and it was How to Kill Mockingbirds. Go to the office. Well, then why would they title it that?
Mm-hmm. Like when I thought Scarlet was the main character in the Scarlet Letter. Did not pass that quiz.
I mean, that's just when you just didn't read the book.
I 100% did not read the book.
I didn't read that. I didn't read To Kill a Mockingbird. I skimmed. I don't think I actually read anything in high school.
I watched the movie for To Kill a Mockingbird, but it did leave out a lot of things that were on the book tests.
I read a bunch of the book, but I also just skimmed and hit cliff notes. I don't think I finished any books in high school that they gave.
Great Gatsby was the only one I finished, and that was just because I really liked it.
No, I stopped reading.
Obviously,
that
was obviously good because they put Leo in the movie. So, like,
Yeah. I stopped reading halfway through, and then I guessed on the second half of the test, and I still did pretty good. Turns out if you just use process of elimination for what answers sound pretty stupid, you still do pretty good on tests.
Sometimes I wouldn't bank on that all the time, though.
Well, in high school, I mean, don't press your luck after high school with it.
But yeah, 420 was last night, yesterday, all day yesterday. And
so happy holidays, guys.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. Also back this week, it's Bluebonnets season. I don't know about your timelines, but my timelines have been flooded with Bluebonnet pictures.
No, not mine, because I'm pretty much only on Twitter now.
You get like the I can't believe it's not butter thing or whatever. It's like Bluebonnet butter or whatever it is. And there's that lady in the grocery store like, haha, look, I'm in the Bluebonnets.
I hate that person
that goes out. And then, yeah, I don't know. Then watch out for snakes. Snakes like to be in the Bluebonnets.
Normally I like stupid puns, but I hate that one. Don't disrespect the state flower.
Yeah, but it's like also like it's not really blue.
I don't really fucking care. They're
purple. They're purple bonnets.
I miss seeing them everywhere in Katy, man. Because they used to be where Grand Parkway is now. Where Grand Parkway is now, before they actually built the highway there, that whole middle stretch was just blue bonnets and Indian paintbrushes. That's all it was.
I thought blue bonnets are Indian paintbrushes.
No, Indian paintbrushes are the like orange ones.
Okay. Native American paintbrushes, please.
That's what I was told they were. Wow. How do you know they're not from India?
2021.
How do you know they're not named after India, the country?
I don't, but I'm pre-offended just because.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, but now because everything's so built up, you don't see them anywhere unless you're like driving to fucking Columbus or something. Like you got to get way out of where we are now. I don't
really feel like there are more places than that.
I'm just saying in Katy, you don't see them anymore because there's no just fields anymore. in Katy. Everything's fucking built up. Now, obviously, I'm just saying around where I live.
Okay.
Because I live by I-10 and Grand Parkway. That's built up like a motherfucker.
I actually live in a bluebonnet field, believe it or not.
I live inside of a bluebonnet.
It's just a giant bluebonnet. There was the lady that used to live in a shoe. I'm the guy that lives in a bluebonnet.
I shrunk myself to the size of Thumbelina, guys. This is inside of a bluebonnet.
It's pretty crazy, believe it or not. Technology, what it can do these days.
I have it, and I'm not
Mind-blowing.
sharing it.
But yeah, I have not done bluebonnet pictures. Probably won't. I don't really have anything against it. I've just noticed on my timeline, like everybody and their mom is going to a bluebonnet field and taking pictures.
I mean,
and then I like the Instagram or influencers in the wild where it's like, oh, in Texas in the spring, be like, and it's just 4,000 people that all have their phones out while they're walking through a bluebonnet field. Like, oh my God, look at this. How crazy is this? These are the bluebonnets. That's the state flower of Texas. Like, well, shouldn't there be a lot of them? I don't know.
I mean, bluebonnet pictures aren't for dudes, though.
I know that.
Nothing against. Well, you said I'm not going to go do it. Well, I've never done it. Partially because that's a thing for chicks. It's pretty with that. Dudes, like if I was just like posted in like the dude squat, like in front of arms out like out to the side or like cross, like dude squat in front of bluebonnets, you'd look like a fucking
vanilla
idiot.
ice pose.
And now I actually kind of want to do that as I say it out loud. That sounds hilarious to me.
We could put that on the Pass the Gravy calendar for next year.
I think we have our picture. It's just 3 girls in front of bluebonnets and
Boys in the
superimpose our
bluebonnets.
faces on it. Yeah, we got that now.
That'd be pretty good.
But yeah, I think it's partially that, bluebonnet pictures are for chicks, and also my family's from the north. So like we didn't grow up doing bluebonnet pictures. So why the fuck would we ever do that?
Yeah, from the north, it was Massachusetts, right? They just do chowder pictures where you just hang out with a bunch of chowder.
We just hold clams and lobsters. That's our family pictures.
Mm-hmm. Like, look at this.
And we don't pronounce ours.
Lobsters.
From our lobsters to your family. Merry Christmas.
So bluebonnet season. I hope you got your bluebonnet pictures because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's always bees there. There always seem to be like snakes problems with like that shit.
There's snakes?
Believe it or not.
Then I'm never fucking doing it. I did not know that was a thing. I've always never gone near bluebonnets because I respect them. I respect them, and I know it's illegal to pick them, so I don't go near them.
Oh, dude, it's not that illegal.
I mean, it is though.
You want me? You want to? I got plenty of places you can pick some bluebonnets.
I mean, you can't even buy bluebonnets at the store.
Oh, I can. I got a guy.
Is it Frankie Ocho?
It's fucking Frankie Ocho, dude. Oh, you want some bluebonnets, huh?
You get his fucking.
Let me call my bluebonnet guy, Pat. I'll call my bluebonnet because Frankie Ocho. I got you 8 boxes of bluebonnet flowers coming headed your way. They're on a truck right now. They're gonna fall off this truck, believe it or not, but they're gonna show up at your doorstep.
Never
Don't tell anyone where you got them.
Frankie Ocho. Never doubt him.
Frankie Ocho. People don't know this. I protect your mail. I take care of Light Bar Larry. Shout out Matthew Armio. Take care of Light Bar Larry. He actually tweeted us. It was like, hey, I haven't seen Light Bar Larry in a while. Did y'all really stick Frankie on it? It's like, oh, we didn't stick Frankie on it. Frankie heard.
Yeah, Frankie takes care of things.
On a mission. He's gone for periods of time, and then he just waltzes back into our lives. We're like, oh, what's up, Razor? What's up?
Frankie's the guy. Right, Frankie's the guy that the hookup calls when they can't get the hookup. Mm-hmm. He's the guy behind the guy.
I'm the guy behind the guy that really is the guy behind the mask and the facade of the guy. You'll get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's for you.
One day we need to get drunk enough to just actually make some Frankie Ocho shirts.
Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be one person that buys them.
That's what I said. We need to get drunk enough to where like we're literally sitting side by side, get hammered, sketch it out, and send it off before we even know what happened.
And then we order the only 2 shirts that anybody will buy.
I could see fucking Josh would probably get one. Maybe Hadamio.
Working on a Darling Like a Marlin shirt still, so hang tight for that bad boy. Yeah, Blue Bonnets, they're back. Frankie Joe can get you the hookup on Blue Bonnets if you need any. Also back, fucking Jake Paul, man. Dude won another boxing fight and knocked out Ben Askren in the first round on Saturday. I did not watch it. I saw the highlights, though. I'm glad I didn't pay for the card. I heard that it was kind of a waste of money.
I heard it was a total shit show.
Yeah, it just seemed like Snoop Dogg was on it, which sounds kind of cool.
And Pete Davidson and
yeah, I don't know. It's like I know it's a gimmicky fight, and I also did pay the money for the Conor McGregor fight, but like
that was
like
two
Conor
actual
McGregor.
fighters.
I don't really particularly like Jake Paul and Ben Askren. I'm not a huge fan of, so like I didn't really care. I did think Ben Askren was going to beat him. Definitely thought Askren was going to come out on top. But
I was hoping he would, but I know he's not a boxer. He was always a wrestler, and he didn't train for the fight. Like that's why Jake Paul's going to keep winning because he will never take a fight against somebody he can lose to. Like especially
do you
now
think he can beat Conor though? He's like he keeps
No.
calling out Conor, but it's like
Not
I feel
a
like
Conor will never take the fight. Conor's guys actually like during interviews and shit and press conferences, they let the room know beforehand. There's no questions about Jake because they're not even going to acknowledge he exists. If you ask a question about Jake Paul, not only are they not going to answer it, you're never going to get a question again because they're not even being roped into that bullshit. Because that's what Jake is doing. He's trying to fight. He's trying to get like 11, 12 and 0 against people that have never fought but have a name, so that he can try he makes like 500,000 a fight, whatever the fuck it is. So then he can make a $36 million payday. He probably makes like $1 million. I mean, Askren just got 500K, but he's trying to get a huge payday against Conor, and he's trying to build it out over like 4 or 5 years. So by the time he fights Conor will be like 38. It's never going to happen. He's got 3 inches and 40 pounds on Conor, but if Conor fought him, he'd knock him the fuck out because he's never fought an actual fight. Like, fuck,
he's never fought anybody that's tall. He's never fought anybody that's tall. Yeah, I would love to just like.
I'll take 500K. He'd knock me out.
Take a dive. I'd love to just like I would fall even if like I would just pretend that I got hit.
Just Jose Canseco the shit. No, I mean I would try and catch him with 1 or 2.
Like, yes, thank you for the money.
But also, I would tire out very quickly, and eventually, he's going to catch me when I drop my hands because my arms are tired. Because he can punch. He's a strong puncher. He's a little bitch though, and I hope during his next fight he stands wrong and like takes a step and absolutely shatters his femur and loses his leg from the knee down and can never fight again and just goes away.
That seems extreme.
He's a piece of shit. I cannot stand that guy. I don't mind. I like Logan.
He's got a great idea though. It's like such a solid strategy. Like people hate me. I've made myself very hateable. So I'm going to start fighting, but I'm going to get decent enough and also pick the matches well enough that I can probably win these fights. And then people are going to tune in and buy these fights just to try and see me get my ass kicked. And then if I don't get my ass kicked, I can talk shit. And then they'll have to buy another fight where they hopefully get to see me have my ass kicked.
Oh, I'm never going to buy one. I didn't even try and stream this one. I was like,
I didn't either, but like I remember being on Twitter and it was like, I want to say it was like almost like 1 a.m. I was like, did he fucking win the fight? Like, what the fuck? And then finally, like I think ESPN tweeted it out and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. They didn't fight until like 1:15 our time.
It was very late.
Like there was just like a fight would happen and then like 25 minutes would go by. Then someone would come out and sing. And like 30 minutes would go by. And then they'd have somebody else sing. And then like another 20 minutes. And then there'd be a fight. Like there was one fight every like hour and a half. Like they fucked up. All I heard all on Twitter was just the production value looked like it was put together by like a high school AV club. Like they had no idea what the fuck they were doing. For how much money that thing made, they did a terrible job. That's what I'm saying. Let me be the I haven't even seen I didn't notice. I mean, I saw the clip of him hitting Askren and the ref calling it was a joke right then too. Like Askren was up for like 8 seconds and the ref was like, no, come here, walk over to me. And as he took a step, he like kind of stumbled a little bit and he was like, oh, you're done.
Yeah.
He could have kept fighting. Askren was like, this is bullshit, but whatever. I just made 500K for 45 seconds of work and I
Right.
didn't
And
train.
I'm not a boxer, so it's not like it's really gonna. Oh, what? It ruined my boxing career.
That was the best. Was him walking out, him
Just
and his
laughing.
Girlfriend or wife or whatever she is. She's just laughing. He's like, this is a joke. I took
We just
one
made so
strong
much
punch.
money. This is awesome.
Oh, rematch. My shoulder was hurt. Like, that's what I would do. I'd be, let's fucking run it back. Still
Just try
not
and get
trained.
2 of them and then do the
Yeah.
exact same thing. Yeah. That'd be really
Just-
fun. But then you get a couple of videos of you in a gym, like punching a punching bag. Like now he's back in the gym. He's training for this one.
It's like,
And then you just don't do anything else.
You're like drinking with one hand and hitting a speed bag
Smoking
with
a
the other.
cigarette in the corner and in between rounds.
That would be the best if you made it to a second round and you just lit up a cigarette in the corner with smoking between.
That's
Ultimate
actually
disrespect.
how you could make boxing better. Like, I mean, I always feel like there should be one NASCAR event every year that you just have to drink like so much per every couple of laps. Like, it's like you have to have a beer, like down a beer every 4 laps or whatever. And it's like,
That's just
There's-
no.
it'd be chaos though, but I'd watch the fuck out of it. And like boxing, like you should have to like rip a dart like every single like middle of the round, like in between the rounds. Like,
That's a cigarette for most people won't know what you're talking about by saying rip a dart.
yeah, well, just rip a dart. You know, it sounds fucking cool to say ripping a dart.
It does. That's what they say. In
That's why I
Letterkenny.
said it.
It sounds way cooler, but most people aren't
It's a
gonna know what
very
that is.
northern thing. A couple darts over there. Hockey players do it a lot.
Oh,
but
I
yeah.
just thought it was a Canadian thing. Is it a?
Well, northern for sure, but like I
Yeah.
think like up north I've heard people saying it. But,
It sounds way cooler than, hey, can I go have a smoke? Can I go get a cigarette? Like, hey, can I go rip a dart? Sounds
or what the
so
very
much cooler.
inappropriate British call it, which we will not repeat on this show because we're not that kind of show.
That's
But-
why we left them.
Right. It's exactly why we had the war, because we didn't agree with that. But yeah, dude, like that'd be funny as shit if you see like 2 guys have to go to the corner. It's like, you got to finish that cig. Go. They're like all out of breath going back and fight. And it's like the 4th or 5th round. Like once you've been punched in the face, you just.
One dude holds it
You're
in,
just
and as they
hacking
get
up.
out, they get out to center ring, and he blows the smoke in his face as like a distraction and throws a right hook.
I mean, I'd watch that shit.
We need to find a way for me to go like mega viral in the next 6 months. Then over the next 6 months to a year, I can just shit talk Jake Paul until I get a fight. You can be my ring man. Robert, we'll have him be the hype man, obviously.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I mean, I won't train for it either. And Jake Paul will probably knock me out, but I'll make us a cool 500K.
I don't know if it's gonna make us 500K, but I have had an idea that I wanted to do at a Astros game, since like we can kind of go to those now. We should get some tickets and go, and you have to have 9 beers. You have to have a beer an inning and a hot dog an inning. And
Okay.
you got to do it the whole time.
I've got tickets whenever we want to go.
I'm just saying, like that'd be pretty crazy to do.
One of
right?
my GM, one of his buddies, works for the Astros, and he came by not long ago and dropped off a bunch of tickets for 4 free codes. For you don't have to use them all at once or whatever, but I've got one. I can grab more. But if
I mean, that'd be a pretty funny little video. I feel like.
yeah, if you guys want to go to a game soon, I got tickets.
Robert, you wouldn't have to drink the beer, obviously, but you would definitely have to like crush a soda or something, and then you'd have to have the hot dogs.
Honestly, I think a
Hot dog an inning.
a hot dog and a soda an inning, I think would be harder than a hot dog and a beer an inning.
I feel like a beer is very filling still.
But the soda, there's so much carbonation and sugar in that. I think that would be
Mhm.
harder than a beer. And plus, once you start drinking the beer, you get kind of drunk, you get kind of hungry.
Right, but like 9 hot dogs hungry?
More than if you drink 9 Cokes.
Pat
I
can
know.
easily do 9 hot
I'm not
dogs.
saying you can't, but it's like I just want to
yeah.
see the after video where we're like, I'm very full and I don't feel good.
See, that's the thing. I wouldn't even be that drunk. I would just be very full and uncomfortable. But once you give me a challenge and I started, I'm going to finish it.
Right.
Also-
and I also just kind of want to go buy 9 hot dogs and 9 beers at like a certain period of the game. Like at the very beginning of the game, like, what are these guys doing?
Plus, well,
You're like, we're here to fuck shit up.
with the way the capacity is working, you could get them all at once if they would. I know they won't sell you 9 beers at once, but you could, and then just use all the surrounding seats like around you that aren't being used, and just use them to hold all the beers and hot dogs. That was a perfect burp for what we were talking about.
Very good.
It has to
That
be
was pretty good.
the dollar dog night though. It can't be just the regular.
See, here's the thing. I work every Tuesday. So I would have to switch for it. But we can do it on Dollar Dog Night. We can switch. We'll go sit way up top. Actually, my favorite place to sit is way up top. You get way more room anyway, which right now isn't as much of a problem. But like, even when it was full capacity, you go
Sitting
to a
with the
shit game.
common man, being a common guy.
Dude, you can get like 9 people to an entire section. You get to spread out. You get 3 seats to a person plus the seats in front of you. Kick your feet up. Oh man, it's the best. We'll have to do it sometime soon. We'll go get a bunch of seats way up top, and we'll do the dollar dog thing on
Honestly,
the
it would
Tuesday.
probably be a better idea if we just did it like we were watching a game, like watching an Astros game at like my apartment or whatever, and then that way we already have the beers lined up. We could just make a bunch of hot dogs ahead of time, and then like,
That would probably be the easiest thing.
that would probably be the best quality of like the content.
Maybe
because like you're gonna get stuck in a line at a certain point, and you're like, "Yo, bro, I didn't get back before the inning," and you're like, "Well, that doesn't count. Like it still doesn't count, man."
you talk to your boss, I'll talk to my boss. Maybe we can find a way to get them to expense it. You talk about Rod
We
Ryan
should just
show.
start
I'll
expensing.
throw out some throw
Pass the
some
gravy.
ads during it. Well, I mean, we are past the gravy. I'm trying to get other people to pay for this.
That's true. No, but I'm just saying we should start expensing it for Pass the Gravy. Being like, well, I mean, we're making content here.
But it's
That
still
was-
us. I'm saying like we get a company card, so other people are paying for it, and we just throw out ads.
I like that. I like
If
we
you
should do that.
these hot dogs are delicious, but if you want a real meal, go to Jonathan's The Rub on 12505 Memorial Drive or 9061 Gaylord. Bam, right there.
I like that.
Especially because we're about to move locations into a new spot. I know, obviously, my boss is not going to pay for that. He's like, Pat, are you trying to tell me you want me to pay for you to go do a baseball game, get 9 beers and 9 hot dogs? Yes.
Yes, but also bring awareness to your brand
Yeah.
and have potentially tons of clients because they'll be like, what are these guys doing? And we'll explain it. And then when Jonathan's The Rub is sponsoring it, they'll be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to go eat there.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll tell people to come. I've been telling people for years I work there. I've never told anyone to come because you don't pay me for that, John. Trying to give you free advertising
Start wetting the beak a little bit, and then maybe we start seeing customers pop back up.
Yeah, and we're going to be full bar when we move over there with TV. So you can come get shit-faced with me on Tuesdays if you can't go to the game, eat some good food, and watch the Astros. I'll hang out with
I
you.
want to just be, do you watch Bob's Burgers?
Love Bob's Burgers.
I'll be like Teddy on Bob's Burgers, and I'll just start hanging out in the bar. I'll be like, Pat, hey, Pat, hey, Pat, hey, Pat. You're like, just shut up.
You're going to call me Patty then because he calls him Bobby.
Patty.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Patty. What? Patty.
Can I get a burger?
You put the game on. I want the burger of the day. We should do that, Robert. Let's just go and like crash Pat's work and just like hang out. Like, what are you doing?
I got really excited.
Obscure shit.
I saw tomorrow a name that I know on the reservation list. And I've been friends with her since like freshman year of high school. Michelle. I don't even need to say the last. Decker. Nobody fucking knows. This is my favorite.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Michelle Decker shit.
Yeah. So I saw her name on the reservation and I was like, oh, she's trying to be sneaky and just show up and surprise me. And I look and I go, oh, it must be a different one. The phone number is different. And I text her and she goes, no, I made it for my boss. I was like, why the fuck you put it under your name? And 2, fuck you, go to lunch with him. Like, God damn it. You're going to make reservations for your boss and you're not going to come see me? All right, fucked up. You could have gotten a free lunch.
Maybe it's a high profile boss.
It might be a high profile boss.
I mean, it's her boss that apparently isn't even like normally in town.
Yeah,
she said he's
high profile.
He's in town.
I didn't traveling the world.
I didn't know the name, but I'll tell you this: when he comes in on Thursday, I'm gonna fuck with her. I'm gonna talk to him and tell inappropriate stories from when we were younger and make her look bad.
Say, Decker, I hardly know her. Try that.
Hey, do you want to hear some? I'm just gonna tell him. Do you want to hear some really embarrassing stories that you can bring up to her? Here's the funny thing: I don't know like how many levels of boss above her she is, or this guy is.
You could just ruin her career, technically.
Yeah, it's gonna be very funny. I'm gonna tell him about the time we went streaking down her street.
I'm sure she would love that. Hey, this is this guy I haven't really seen since high school, but here he is trying to ruin my career.
Whoa. We've been friends for years. Now, I haven't seen her in like 2 years, but I'm blaming COVID on that.
COVID was 1.
Yeah. And, we're just busy with lives, but we still talk occasionally.
We'll see. Shout out Michelle. This is my favorite one. So Jake Paul, that was Jake Paul is how we got there. I did see, before we move on, Jake Paul did call out Daniel Cormier because I saw Daniel Cormier was like, man, now everybody's just going to think he's this fake ass fighter is a real fighter for another couple of months until somebody finally kicks his ass. And then he said, I think Jake called out Daniel Cormier, the former double champ of the UFC.
I would actually like to see Cormier take that. Just so
I would love it too. And Cormier is a wrestler. He's not a boxer, but he does have like
ridiculous punching power.
Yeah. I mean, he does have like 100 pounds on Jake too. And
he started as a wrestler, but you don't become
Olympic wrestler.
You don't become the light heavyweight and heavyweight champion of the UFC without having serious knockout power, which he does. He knocked out a bunch of people.
Did he knock out Stipe?
I believe he knocked out Stipe.
I don't remember if he knocked Stipe out the first time because he did beat Stipe to take the title and become the champ.
Was Lesnar one of them too? I don't know, but
no.
Yeah, he would. I don't even think he fought with Lesnar. No, he didn't. He would absolutely crush Jake Paul in the first round. Because here's the thing: like when you watch his fights, Cormier always looks small because he's like 6 foot tall. And he was facing guys that were always like 6'4".
And he's fighting in heavyweight and light heavyweight. So he was facing pretty big weight classes.
6'4" to like 6'7" all the time. Jake Paul's maybe, like, depending on what you believe, at his tallest, he's 6 foot. I don't believe he is. I think he's like 5'10", might be as short as like 5'9". So Cormier would be so much bigger than him, and he would drop him. I still wouldn't pay for it. But I'd love watching
pay for it if it was Cormier. It was Cormier. Like Ben Askren, like you're the dude that Masvidal need in the head real fast. Like that was the end of your UFC career. And like, yeah, he did some other stuff. He was
really good before that too.
He was good, but then like he got broken, and it was like you be a broken guy
who didn't care.
They were saying, yeah, they're like, but Ben Askren has like 2 of like the worst bad luck knockouts. It's like you can only have so many of those before nobody takes you seriously anymore. I don't give a shit if I'm Ben Askren because I just made 50 grand for
500,000.
500 grand. I just made 500 grand for less than 1 round of work, which is awesome. That's like the beauty of like those like fight deals where it's like, dude, I mean, if somebody wanted to knock me out, sure, dude. Just let me get paid when it happens.
Right. And it wasn't even like a knock, like he drilled him and he shook him. He didn't get like knocked out cold or anything. He got dropped, was a little bit wobbly, and they called the fight. Okay. I would let somebody punch me in the face undefended, and if all that happened was I got a little wobbly for a minute or two.
Who
$500? I'd do that for $500.
It was Jake Paul against a kangaroo with boxing gloves, but can also kick with its feet.
Kangaroo.
I think the kangaroo might have a good chance. The only problem is I saw that guy that punched a kangaroo. Well, obviously you couldn't scratch the claws. That goes against the rules of boxing. But like
kangaroo doesn't understand English.
Right. Well, then he'd get disqualified. There's rules, Pat.
Well, then this is stupid. I thought it was just Jake Paul fighting a kangaroo. I mean, the rules of boxing
I would definitely pay for that fight.
The rules of boxing also say you can't kick, and you just said the kangaroo can kick.
Well, because he's a kangaroo, so it's like that is his fight. That's it. Like the kangaroo's hands are really kind of like its feet. You know,
pretty much. Yeah,
that tail he could use like bounce off of. That's fucking sick.
It basically is a Hitmonlee.
Kangaroos are such weird animals. Like when you realize like that animal was like, what? That's a thing that exists. Like it seems like if you explained a kangaroo to somebody that had never seen a kangaroo before or heard of a kangaroo, like they wouldn't believe it was a real thing.
Australia really is just the continent where like all the animals that were being discussed as being animals when the world was being created, and they were like,
they didn't make the cut.
They didn't quite make the cut, but like they were already too far ahead. So like You know what it is? It's the source code that's still in the background of the video game, but they just left it out of the game. That and the platypus. Are you fucking kidding me? No way.
They're like
the platypus is the only.
They're the
animal
deleted scenes of animals that were like meant for Africa.
Yeah,
because like Africa has all the fucking cool animals. You know, like they have like lions and zebras. I like when they call them like Emma was watching. I think it's wildlife at night or something, but it's just like what happens, like what certain animals do at night. And some of them are in like in Thailand and like some like Asian countries and stuff. They're just like monkeys running around in the city instead of like fucking pigeons, they're monkeys. But I was like, that's fucking sick. But then they become like a nuisance because they just steal shit because like they have little hands and stuff.
Oh, dude, a monkey in like Thailand
problem,
just got the fucking death sentence a week and a half ago because it attacked 6 people.
Yeah, see, like that seems like a problem, but like I don't.
Yeah, so I
would be the guy that got attacked by the monkey because I would be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up? Oh my god, he's eating my face!" Like I would 100% be the guy like, "But dude, he's just a little monkey."
The article didn't frame it as the monkey was captured and euthanized. Thailand gave the monkey the death sentence.
They made him serve 2 years in jail first.
Oh no! I mean, trust me, the death sentence in Thailand is probably still the firing squad.
Well, they made him go. He went to trial, and the jury really hated.
There's no trials in Thailand.
He did go to trial, and then he actually was throwing feces at the jury, and they immediately just said he was guilty.
That's biological warfare.
There's really no way to come back from that. So yeah, he got the death penalty. They put him in the chair.
More people should do that. Like if you're trying to go for the insane, like insanity defense. Why don't you just shit in your hand during the trial and like throw it across the courtroom?
You know, like I've heard this, like you can't come back from some things. You can't unsee some things. And it's like, if that guy just shit in his hand, like I feel like I don't have any sympathy for him now.
If you're already on trial for murder and you're trying for the insanity defense.
I mean, I feel like a lot of times the insanity defense is just the not death sentence defense, where it's like, it's not fun. Like you just go to a different kind of prison.
Yeah, and it only works like 0.2% of the time.
Right.
Fucking
crazy stuff.
Crazy.
And that concludes our court discussion for the day.
We've been on Jake Paul for I feel like as long as
I want to see
everything
like
previously in the episode.
I think if we're gonna have these gimmicky fights, and they seem like they're gonna be a very like common thing going forward, like let's just have humans against like an animal. Like I want that. Like let's get that.
No, animals are better than us.
Right. No, that's why I want to watch them. I want to see animals kick the shit out of somebody.
Jake Paul versus a crocodile. I'd pay for that one.
I would watch that too.
Yeah.
Crocodile can only use its teeth. And Jake can only use his teeth as well. Even the playing field.
You know what one I would actually like to watch? Jake Paul versus older brother Logan, because I think Logan would kick the dog shit out of him.
I don't think so.
I do. Logan's like 4 inches taller than him, stronger. Also boxes.
Is Logan the younger brother?
No, Jake is the younger brother who's a piece of shit. Logan actually.
Why is Jake a piece of shit, but Logan's not?
See, Logan got some
bad rap. To me.
Logan got a bad rap because he did that video in the suicide forest in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Dumb move. But like, I don't think that makes
him. Here's a guy hanging himself.
I don't think it was
probably
not
the best YouTube content, dude.
Doesn't make him a bad person. Jake, like his entire career has been, oh, my brother got famous first. So like somehow I got onto Disney Channel things. Then I joined this big old house in LA where constantly all I was doing was throwing massive parties at all hours of the night, pissing off my neighbors. The neighbors called the cops on him like 30 fucking times because he would never stop. And it's just been a complete asshole douchebag his entire career. Shit talks everyone, but is an asshole.
Well, he's actually Robert's favorite YouTuber, so please back that down. Like, stop talking shit about him. I'm sorry, Robert.
Well, I'll fight Robert. No, I would love to fight. Like I said, Jake Paul would whip my ass. I'm 30 and I'm out of shape. He's 23 and he's jacked. But if I got to fight him, I would just blow out his knee.
Jake Paul against like somebody that's super duper overweight, but like they have a knife.
I don't want a knife.
I want to watch that fight though.
I don't want a knife.
Like like we need to have like lopsided fights where it's like, yes, this guy is at a huge disadvantage, but he gets a throwing star.
No, I would sign the waiver that's like you don't get paid if you try any shit that's outside the rules of boxing. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. And then immediately kick him in the
I don't really
face.
feel like boxing's rules even are held to like respect anyways.
No,
like,
but I'm
so
saying
many of
like
those fights are fixed.
like throw like a foot right to the face, like kick him in the face, and then like stomp the inside of his knee. And be like, oh, I lost my prize money, but I ended his boxing career. That's a net win for the world. Like I've done enough shitty things.
Then you wouldn't have the prize money, and you would be losing money on the fight, so it'd be a net loss.
What's he gonna take me for?
I don't know. Like he'd have you in court, like in debt for a long time. I have no idea, man.
The most expensive thing I own by far is my Xbox, and I mean by double the price of this laptop that I'm using to prop up my iPad right now.
You're using your new laptop to prop up the iPad?
Yeah, because the video quality is better on my iPad.
So we've graduated to the new computer is the new computer.
We need to try StreamYard on
tripod.
that thing sometime. Like not even like an actual stream. We just need to try it sometime to see if it actually runs better.
StreamYard, for those of you that don't know, is the streaming software that we use to try and do our 400th episode that did not really work.
Like both of these TVs here, my brother bought.
With Pat's stuff.
So if he took everything I own, I'm out like $1,100.
Your man that's happy with where he is. Like, I mean, you can't knock that.
I live a simple fucking life, man.
He really does. He really does. Let's move on. Let's move away from Jake Paul.
Still single, ladies. What's up?
Send me some weird fights though. Like I want like animals that Jake Paul can fight, and like not like a gorilla, because a gorilla obviously would win the fight. But like what it would be like I like the alligator one, where it's like you got to punch down, but like the alligator's got teeth. Like I'm
or animal fights, like an octopus. Octopus
an
versus
octopus,
squid.
which is a pissing octopus.
Yeah, versus squid. Maybe a
I'd
koala.
watch that.
A koala versus a red panda.
I got red panda on that because it's bigger.
No. The red panda is the tiny one.
Oh, that's the giant one.
No. That's just the giant panda. The red panda, Google it real quick. Look at a picture of this thing. They're fucking adorable. They're tiny. And koalas are very non-aggressive animals, I believe.
Yeah, so the koala wouldn't stand a chance.
No, the red panda is not the size of a panda.
But
it's about the size of a koala.
The red panda would fuck up a koala, bro.
Are you kidding me? It's tiny.
He's like a little baby fox / bear cat. He looks like a little bear cat, actually.
That's kind of what it is. It's like a bipedal bear cat is really what it is. But look at it. He's just a little buddy. But look at that. It's about the same size as a panda. As a koala.
You know, actually, speaking of bear cats, why don't we move on to I'm going to add this one in on the fly. Another comeback kid is Bearcats. Or the playoffs, because the San Houston State Bearcats are in the FCS playoffs, the number 2 seed.
I'm actually mad at you about this.
Second best odds in the country to win the FCS title. They will not win the FCS title. I hope they do. They will not, though. They got fucked by a bracket, man. They got screwed. They're going to have to play North Dakota State in the second round of the FCS playoffs after going undefeated, one of the 3 teams in the playoffs that is undefeated. I don't know. I'm not happy with their seating, but whatever.
Karma.
How's it karma?
Because every time they played, you did not inform me that they were playing that day so that I could bet on them.
No, because like they were fun to bet on the first 2 weeks. That's why I did tell you the first 2 weeks. I was posting it out on Gravy Gambles if you want to follow our bets every day. But Sam Houston was like not supposed to do as well as they did. So like they had pretty easy lines that like I was like, I know they're better than this line. And then it was like they were having to lay 19 points a game. And I was like, I'm not laying 19 points because they're sometimes Jekyll and Hyde. And it was like, you would have lost.
Cool. I could have just made my decisions. I could have just laid a lot of money on the money.
You don't know anything about the team.
I know they were good enough to win FCS games.
FCS games are tough, dude. There's a lot of parity in that league. I mean, everybody just go to the one big school, you know? I
know, dude. Trust me. My college was FCS for a while.
Yeah, and we kicked the shit out of you when y'all were.
Yeah, but then, they asked us to go FBS, and they were like, "Yeah,
because they needed somebody to beat up on, and they were like, let's go with the shittier team instead of the team.
Your little shit school can play it out. I mean, play us now.
Also, I think we'd hang because y'all aren't very good.
Yeah, we're decent. I think you guys could hang, but I think we'd win.
I don't know.
We're Blue Mountain State without the talent.
Dude, I would actually, I would love to see that as like one of the first couple games if they played a non-conference schedule. I know usually Sam gets stuck with like a UT or an A&M or somebody like that if they play an out of conference game.
Bring back the rivalry
if they go up. But I don't know. I think like Sam's football team this year. I feel like Sam's football team this year could definitely beat Texas State's football team this year.
I wouldn't say definitely because we still have D1 athletes all over the field.
Definitely think that. Well, the beauty of so if you're a top tier, and I don't want to get too FCS football. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's they call it FBS football, which is the bowl subdivision. So like the teams like Alabama, LSU, A&M, they play in the FBS. Below that, it used to be called Division I AA. It is like Sam Houston State, North Dakota State, James Madison. Those are the bigger names of those schools, and they have a playoff structure. Unlike the FBS schools where there's just the top 4 going, they're like, oh, hey, we have 16 teams that are going to fucking play in the playoffs. Kind of duke it out like an actual football league would do. And yeah, that's kind of so you really have to earn it. You can have upsets and all that stuff. And that's pretty entertaining to me. Like I really enjoy FCS football, and you get a lot of guys that are transfers from FBS programs. And if now you're transferring, you look at those top schools. So like James Madison, North Dakota State, Sam Houston State, they're getting those guys. Sam Houston has like half of their team at least are like D1 transfers and stuff like that. Their team this year is a squad to kind of hang.
Rejects.
Not always. Well, sometimes they're troubled athletes.
Rejects.
They had Rhett Bomar when I was in college. He got kicked out of Oklahoma for recruiting violation stuff.
Didn't he not even stay y'all's starter the whole time?
Well, he got hurt at the very end, but then he got drafted to the Giants. He got drafted by the Giants, which was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't really think anybody can protect a torn ACL. I don't know a lot of people out there playing on torn ACLs, but
I mean, Byron Leftwich played on a broken leg. It's all about how bad you want it.
Byron Leftwich did, but regardless, Sam Houston playoffs are back. Bearcats are back, and they got Monmouth, whatever it is. We're gonna fuck that Monmouth. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Hey.
Wait, hold on. Say that again with a Jamaican accent.
No.
Say it.
No, I won't. I won't
say it.
I won't say it.
Say it.
We gotta move on. Our next comeback kid is Yogurt. Yogurt is back this week in a big way. Mostly because of Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato went to a yogurt shop in LA, I believe. And I mean, she posted a video discussing this and just going off on this little yogurt shop, this mom and pop yogurt shop. You know, we're in a pandemic. I'm sure LA just recently opened, probably struggling for some business. So, you know, I'm sure when they saw a big name celebrity like Demi Lovato walking in, they're like, wow. Hey, you know, that'd be great if she said some nice stuff about us. She doesn't have to.
They realized who she was.
I don't know.
She's very C-list.
Is she?
Like she sure as shit ain't A-list.
I feel like people, maybe they don't know what she looks like, but I think most people know the name Demi Lovato.
Our age, maybe. But like
our age is the only one that matters.
I wouldn't even put her at like B-list because like, you know, A-list, you know, you've got like the Brad Pitts, Jennifer Aniston, like, you know, just maybe not even Jennifer anymore, but like the mega superstars, The Rock. B-list, let's say, are actors that, you know, like I wouldn't even put Bob Odenkirk in the B-list, and he's a big fucking actor. So like I can't even there's nothing coming to mind for B-list right now. Demi Lovato, I think we can firmly put in the C. She was a big singer for a long time. Her name is out there. She's famous, very famous, but she's not like top tier or even second tier, top tier famous.
All right. Well, regardless, Demi Lovato goes in there. I would imagine they're like, oh, cool. If Demi Lovato's in our shop, like that's got to be great for business. Well, Demi Lovato and I'm paraphrasing her quote, but in her video, she was like, she gets out there and she sees all of these options that are non-sugar or sugar-free options for yogurt to go in the yogurt, and all these toppings that have no sugar in there. And she was distraught. She said she was so upset that she had to leave the yogurt shop without even getting any yogurt. She walked out. Can you imagine, Pat, the pain that she must have been going through to go to a yogurt shop of all places, and they had the options for sugar-free shit to put in your yogurt? Not that they made her put that in, not that they only had sugar-free options, but that there were options for sugar-free things in the yogurt.
Was she mad that there was I thought she was mad that those options were at the very end of the case. Like it was the end of the line, like it was the last option. I didn't see it. I read about it, or I read a headline. I thought she was mad that
hashtag cancel culture vultures, which is ironic that she was kind of trying to like cancel.
She was mad. Was she mad that they had sugar-free options, or was she mad that they
because it was like they were calling people fat and saying, "Hey, maybe try a sugar-free option instead of the sugary option."
Okay, I'm angry for a completely different reason.
Yeah, no, it's even worse than it sounds like it is.
I thought she was mad that they were at the end of the case and she wasn't like that. They threw it at the end and it was harder for people to see their options that they wanted. That's the way I read the headline, that she was mad that they were at the end of the case. She was mad that they gave people
it was like they were body shaming people about sugar because they offered sugar-free options. So then the yogurt shop came out and was like, no, actually, there's people with like, you know, food sensitivities, diabetic people that we're trying to just have like serve a wide variety of clientele. If you have diabetes, you know what? You can still eat at our yogurt shop. Pretty smart thinking on my part, you know, like, hey, let's have options for everybody.
All right. I was mad at her.
Not for Demi.
I was mad at her before because I thought she was a fucking idiot and just being overly woke and being a fucking idiot about it. Now I think she's a fucking piece of shit. Like, I mean, you're so
you're
so fucking woke.
She was so upset she had to leave without getting yogurt, dude. She came there specifically for yogurt.
I understand.
Can you imagine how horrible her day must have been?
Oh, like so bad. Like it's traumatizing.
I wanted yogurt and I didn't get yogurt because I'm so upset, and now I'm upset.
I can't understand why in LA, of all places, the land of way too many skinny people and everyone being beautiful, that you would have a sugar-free option. Why would you do that? Now I can't even enjoy my yogurt.
Just don't order that.
How do you think everyone is so fucking gorgeous in LA? They don't eat sugar.
Well, Botox, a lot of it.
Well, that too, but like they don't eat all the bad shit that the rest of us eat. She wasn't mad.
It promotes eating disorders. It promotes body sensitivity issues with people that are struggling with that. And you know, she's been through a lot. Like she overcame. I don't know if she's struggled with drug addiction. And I'm not joking about drug addiction.
Too. No, she's
drug addiction is a very serious thing, and obviously it's a very difficult thing that she struggled with. But then like if you know that you struggle with that, to go in and then just immediately try and like judge someone else, that would be the same as if everybody's like, well, you were a drug addict, you're just a druggie, who cares? Like then you're writing off a fucking yogurt shop because they're not inclusive when they're actually super duper inclusive of everyone.
Bro, like knowing what I know about her, I thought she was mad that they were displaying all the options that weren't sugar-free and just giving a side section at the very end for the sugar-free options. Like, bitch, what if
the yogurt place responded, and then she was like, well, maybe mark that and make it easier to understand. It's like they did. They had everything that was available, and you just looked and focused in on the ones that were sugar-free.
What do you mean mark it? They've got the sugar-free shit together. What do you want them just dispersing sugar-free shit within the whole case?
That's
and just be like, hey,
she thought
guess
that.
what? Like seriously,
called her and be like, how do you want us to lay out our toppings?
Like, what if you're like me and you're fucking doing the low carb shit because you don't want to be a complete and total fat ass like I've been, and you're like,
you're a cancel culture vulture, is what you are. You're being a cancel culture vulture.
What if
you're really trying to shame people that aren't on the keto?
I will shame her every day for the rest of my life for this now. I'm so anti Demi Lovato after this fucking
No,
story.
what
if I
Demi
wanted?
Lovato
hold on.
is.
What if I wanted fucking yogurt? Whatever the fuck it is. But I wanted it on a non-cheat day. But I just wanted a little bit of treat. But I wanted the sugar-free option so that I didn't go over the carbs for the day. And I walk in and Demi Lovato's like, "You're the fucking problem. You're fat shaming." I'd be, "Bitch, I'm already fat.
Cancel
The
culture.
fuck
vulture.
are you talking about?"
That's what she called
like,
them. And then
I thought she was being an idiot.
Oh no!
Now I realize
she was definitely being.
No. I thought she was just being an idiot. Now I know she's a bad person who's a moron.
Well, it was like you're calling out cancel culture when you are in fact trying to like throw shade at a yogurt place with a bajillion followers, which is therefore gonna then have them like go leave those shitty Yelp reviews when they've never been there. But like,
that's why she's a bad person.
What Demi Lovato is she's Chrissy Teigen with talent.
Yes.
She whines and bitches and thinks everything should be her way and it's okay. Like everybody should just be happy. Except for when my yogurt is not the way that I like it. And actually it is, but there's options that I was not okay with.
4 years ago,
What?
she walked into that yogurt shop and they did not have sugar-free options. I guarantee you she would have complained about that. You're not being inclusive to people trying to make themselves healthier.
Cancel.
But 4 years later, trying to work on yourself and make yourself better and not be overly fat is now, well, you're not supporting every body type. I don't give a shit if you're fat. One of my favorite quotes from Parks and Rec is Ron Swanson saying, "If you want to beef up to 400 pounds and die of a heart attack at 40 years old, I think that's beautiful. That's what's great about America. It's your fucking choice." But now it's saying, yeah, that's not fucking healthy for you and you shouldn't do that. Now it's like, well, you're a piece of shit because you're not accepting all body types. Look whatever the fuck you want to look like. Look at me. I have no room to talk to anybody about it. But we can all say it's not healthy to weigh 350 fucking pounds and have high cholesterol and your knees hurt because you can't walk anywhere, so you have to use a fucking scooter. This is not a hard concept. You can do whatever you want. That's the great thing about the freedom of this country. But you can't get mad when people go, "Hey, fatty, why don't you try a salad?"
But that wasn't what they like. The signs weren't like, "Hey, fat ass, maybe try a sugar-free option." They had sugar-free options.
Yeah. And not shoving it in your face.
And then
Just,
eventually,
here's the regular options.
Went,
here's sugar-free. If you can't make it through the day without seeing a sugar-free option, you need more therapy than is available on this fucking planet.
Well, she went back and forth with them, I think, at least once, maybe twice. But eventually, the yogurt place, like, I think it was a tweet and was just like, "Well, we're sorry if you were offended." And I love that. It's just like, "I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that you felt that way."
I wish I was in charge of it. I would have just came back with, "Go fuck yourself."
No, because you can't really do that, or else then like you're gonna get fired from your job, and like it's just so easy with somebody with that many followers like dunk on you, and like you get the minions.
I haven't heard.
We're trying to build like the gravy gang that just goes after the people that give us trouble.
I haven't heard anybody that's backed her on this though.
Yeah, because she's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like in this situation, you'd be like, "Go fuck yourself." I'm trying to give people an option in my store that have an alternative diet, and you're shitting on me for giving them the option because I'm not just only giving them the option for the most unhealthy version of this food.
Super
like, does she go to Saltgrass Steakhouse and go, "Oh my God, I saw salads and I was so triggered because they're healthy for you and they don't promote you to be a big fat fatty"? It's the exact same argument.
I could see that happening for sure.
It's the exact same argument. She's a fucking idiot.
And it's like, that is ironic that she was like, "Cancel culture vultures, blah, blah, blah." Like, you were.
Which, by the way, hold on. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's a fun word.
Like, cancel.
It rhymes.
Is she trying to say, like, because I'm trying to work my brain through this. Cancel culture vulture. You're trying to vulture cancel culture. What about offering sugar-free is vulturing cancel culture? Like, you're trying to get underneath cancel culture by offering it, but in the same way of offering what the cancel culture would want you to offer, you're vulturing it, so you're actually against cancel culture. Like,
yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's dumb. I hate her.
It's
she is talented. She is talented.
Supremely talented singer.
But she's just the same thing as Chrissy Teigen with the talent.
Yeah,
And
I think that's
Chrissy Teigen could 100% be another comeback kid if we wanted to just shoehorn that in there, because like she like was like, oh, Twitter's so toxic and I can't stand this, and she made a whole big thing about leaving, and then like came back in like a week.
yeah.
Tight.
My favorite thing about it when she came back was like, her statement was, "Well, I realized it's not fun to censor yourself and also lose 2,000 friends. If you had just said that it's not fun to censor yourself and you want to say you should be able to say whatever you want, I 100% back that. That's the founding principle of this country. But when you go and also lose 2,000 friends, that's the moment where we go, oh, you missed people just agreeing with you all day to self-affirm your fucking narcissism.
Yes.
That's what it was. You couldn't go through 3 weeks without people sucking your dick online every day to feel good about yourself, which is crazy because she's got a great life. She's got one of the most, I mean, John Legend. He's one of the most beautiful men on the fucking planet.
I love John Legend.
He's one of the most talented men on the planet. You've got a gorgeous family. You've got a great life.
And then you got you. You're in all of that.
But you couldn't make it through the month without being online and everyone just telling you everything you do is perfect. Even though you've got an absolutely gorgeous family and a beautiful life. Like, that's a level of fucking narcissism that is crazy to me. What more could you want? What more could she want in life?
It's like, look, lady, we know that you just got bored in your giant mansion without Twitter. That was 100% why you came back. And then, like, when she signed off, I think that, like, I lost these friends. But it was like, when she signed off, she was like, well, it's just become such a toxic place. And I mean, truly, some of you guys are my real friends. And it's like, no, they're fucking not. If you think Chrissy Teigen is your friend and you follow her on Twitter and she likes your tweet, she ain't your friend. You're just fucking gaslighting her, gassing her up. Not gaslighting. You're just gassing her up. And she's like, yes. Say more nice things.
And I will give her this. When she left, I didn't follow the whole thing, but like, I don't remember what it was that she said, but people were like sending pictures of like aborted or like miscarriages and aborted kids and shit like that, which I guess she had a miscarriage. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
And
so
I get evil on the internet, and I get that.
I get why she left, because it got really toxic there for a couple seconds. But like, don't make a big deal about leaving. All you have to do is just stop posting for 3 or 4 days and it goes away. The internet moves that fucking quick.
Yeah, tell John to put out another song.
You shouldn't have to deal with that, but also that's freedom of speech. You have the freedom to be a complete dickhead online, but just block them and fucking move on. Or have your assistant
be a dickhead online, and you also
have your
everybody else
block them.
You do have the freedom to be a dickhead online, but everybody else also has the freedom to call you out for being a dickhead online. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They're like, wait, no, I can say these things, but you can't be mean to me. And it's like, oh yeah, no, it goes both ways.
I mean, we're all fucking hypocrites. It's just when you're a celebrity and you pull this shit, it gets magnified to
I'm one of you guys. No, you're not.
No, you're not, Chrissy.
You're a bajillionaire living in a mansion, trying to act like you're the common man when you can relate to the common man, but when you don't have to relate to the common man, when everybody else was in a pandemic and people were losing jobs and, you know, they were worried about paying rent and stuff, you and John Legend didn't have to worry about that. And I get that you can donate to funds and all this stuff, but it's like, you were just like, all right, guys, so I'm cooking now. This is crazy. Like, and I'm not saying that, like, there weren't other people that were like that, but it's like, you can't act like we're all the same when you're not. It's that meme of like, celebrities, we're all the same. We're all on the same boat, and their boat's a yacht, and our boat is sunk at the bottom. It's the fucking Titanic at the bottom of the ocean. Like, yeah, that's what it is.
No, it would not be the Titanic. It would be a rowboat that cracked in half while you hit a rock.
Be the boat from
home, like fucking rowing into a lake. That's what our boat would be. Just people don't know how to be happy with what they have.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. It's just,
but like,
learn to accept it. I've got an Xbox and a half working laptop and a couple TVs. I'm good.
You have a full working laptop that you're using as a stand.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying half working because it apparently doesn't like to connect to the internet through Zoom. That's why that's actually the main reason. It's not the camera quality. It's that it kept going. Audio quality is poor, or streaming quality is poor on it. Like, what do you mean? I'm 10 feet away from the router. You're a laptop built in 2020. I guess I could do that. We'll try that next week. And then if it sucks, yeah.
Something to think about. But yeah, that was that wasn't our final one. Our final comeback kid
I thought you were being all positive vibes only this week, and then you fucking bring this shit in here.
Well, I was about us. I'm positive about us, but no one else. Like, fuck everybody else. Except for
and we really tried to streamline this one this week too, and it is not working.
Our next comeback kid and final one of the week is adding the word super to things to try and make them sound cooler and more appealing when maybe it's not always the case. There was a formation there was a formation of a European Super League. I believe that came out Sunday, that there were some soccer clubs that were trying to form their own league throughout different countries. And then that has since fallen apart. Everybody in like England and Europe was very upset about it. The owners, who are Americans, were pretty stoked that like, I can make a fuckload of money. And so basically like every club that most people know, like if you have a bandwagon friend that, you know, obviously, you know, we are grassroots guys here. We picked West Ham. We said specifically we didn't want to be any bandwagon bitches. So, you know, we were like, well, I don't want to be a Big Six fan. I don't want to be a Manchester United fan, a Man City fan. I don't want to root for Arsenal. I don't want to root for Tottenham. I don't want to root for Chelsea because that's who everybody roots for and they're good. And I don't want to just hop on that bandwagon. That'd be like moving
Chelsea
to the US and being a Patriots fan. Yeah, fuck Chelsea. So all of those teams we just mentioned, they were part of this deal to be like, hey, we're going to go join up with Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid and Barcelona and a couple of other places, a couple of other teams. And then it kind of fell apart because everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? And we did a whole rundown and explaining this on my other podcast, Claret and Big Blue podcast. If you'd like to go back and listen to that or watch that, you can at CBB Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and Claret Big Blue podcast on Facebook. We had a whole conversation about that, where if you really want to get to the nuts and bolts of it, we kind of explained that. But basically it would have been like if all of the big teams, like Steelers, Packers, Cowboys, like if they all started their own NFL.
That in name only the Cowboys. So I guess
that was what Tottenham is. That was what Tottenham and Arsenal are.
Well, no, I was gonna say that they're the Arsenal one.
Hey, we're fun clubs to talk about because we used to be good. We're not really
the
anymore.
Better. And I'm stealing this straight from another podcast, which a lot of you guys probably listen to. The better way to do it would be to relate it to baseball, and we'll leave it at this because we don't need to do a bunch on it because nobody really follows soccer. If the Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, and like 4 or 5 other of the teams that are always in the playoffs every year, the big market teams that have all the money to spend, because that's what it is in soccer. There's no salary cap. If all of them just said, fuck the MLB, we're going to break off and do our own just continuing tournament all year long where we only play each other's. That's what it would be. So then if you're just left with the, Brewers and Marlins and the fucking Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks, and those are the only teams left. That's what it would be. Just taking all of the big money out of the fucking sport and going, yeah, you guys figure it out. That's basically what they were trying to do.
Because really what they were trying to combat against was the Champions League. And the Champions League, to try and give you the Sports Center version of that, like in English soccer, in the English Premier League, the top 4 teams that finished the year with the 4 best records, 4 best point totals, they go to the Champions League, which is the best,
basically the playoffs.
It's a whole tournament. It's a whole tournament in its own. And then the 5th and 6th team go to another league called the Europa League, which is like the Champions League, but not quite with as many good teams. So typically it would be those big 6: Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United. All of them would be, they've pretty much almost always been like the top 6 teams. There's Leicester City, and this year, West Ham, fucking shocking the world, showing up. West Ham right now is 5th on the table, but they were 4th before that. And I mean, Pat, is there any way around the fact that West Ham probably got the league shook? People like, so if you don't make either of those leagues, you don't make the money that goes with getting to those leagues. So like Arsenal could be like, hey, we're not going to make the Europa League. What if West Ham makes it? And it's like, West Ham is a smaller club, doesn't have as much money as them. And then Arsenal's going to be like, well, we don't want to be level playing field with West Ham just because they wanted to fucking They wanted their rich owners to buy their way through everything. Where West Ham, homegrown guys, they do have the new Lionel Messi and Jesse Lingard, but still, I think there's really no way to say that West Ham didn't scare the fuck out of the rest of the league and make all the big teams be like, dude, they're serious now. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we absolutely terrified them, and I will say even though I'm the worst. I will say I'm the worst West Ham fan, but I'm still a West Ham fan.
We've watched 0 games since we've become West Ham fans.
Not true. I've watched like 2. It's been 3 years. I've watched like 2 games. Not
a lot.
Not a lot, but yeah, it's just it's hard to explain this whole thing without everyone understanding exactly how European soccer works, how every league, even though they're independent, is still intertwined with these tournaments, especially what do you want to call it, British or whatever fucking soccer, but not just the Premier League, everything in British, how like not just the Premier League, the entirety of like even down to club teams come together on the FA Cup. And like it's hard to understand. All you have to know is these top teams were trying to literally fuck over every other team in all of Europe, to where if they had done this, all the TV rights would have been pulled. All these clubs that kind of got money from the bigger teams in their league and were able to stay competitive would have been pulled out of it. So the governing body of it, FIFA and UEFA, said, if you guys play for one of these teams and you do this, you can't play an international play anymore. You can't play for your country. And that's what basically resolved the whole thing. They were saying, if you play for this, you cannot go to the World Cup. So one by one, all the teams started going, oh, it was something we were exploring. We made them, like Arsenal's statement was hilarious to me. It was basically, we are announcing we were pulling out of the Super League. We made a mistake and we're sorry.
Right, but they only did it because everybody was outraged and saying like "fuck you." So like, don't. And anybody that's listening that's a fan of one of those clubs, just know that they're a bunch of fraud ass bitches that are scared of West Ham, and we are welcoming you to the West Ham bandwagon. Hop on board. We'll blow some bubbles. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get in the Champions League next year. We can do the crossed hammers thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
The funniest thing to me about Arsenal's statement, just putting it like that, like we made a mistake and we're sorry, and we're gonna try and do better and make it up to you. You were like the 4th team to pull out. If that was your statement and you were the first team, like, guys, because it was literally an uproar across all of Europe, just shitting on this and saying how terrible it is. Props to the German teams, because they didn't bite. Like in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich and Dortmund, they didn't bite. So props to them for going,
about
fuck
time we
this
got
shit.
Some good news out of Germany.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Had a bad track record.
I'm very happy that Germany is standing up to the morals they've always been known to stand for.
And honestly, Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, as they call them on the streets, they did not join the Super League either, and that is good for them because that would have just been another time that Paris had to fold and go back on what they did.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't surrender and just give up to what was wanted of them.
Good on them. Good on them.
I forgot where I was going with that now.
The whole point to me is like that super just sounds fucking cool. Throwing super in front of anything makes it seem cooler. And like, we want to grow the game of soccer in the United States. A lot of people say they want to grow the game of soccer. Just change the MLS to the Super League. Call it that. And that sounds way cooler than Major League Soccer or the Super MLS. Like, just keep it the same exact way it already is, but just throw super in front of it. And I think Americans are like, I'm in, let's go. Right?
Yeah,
like if I was like, Pat, you want to go to an MLS game? You're like, I don't give a fuck. But I was like, a super MLS game, you'd be like, all right, now you're talking.
I wish that would work.
You'd give it a second thought, at least, because it sounds like it's super.
No, I mean, I'd probably download and play Super MLS Soccer if it was a video game, as opposed to just MLS Soccer.
So really, what we're leading to now is that we are going to do a mock draft of supers for our mock draft season now. But that's our Comeback Kids segment. I guess we got a little weird with it again, but we always do, so don't act like you're surprised.
We're on today.
We are. Let's move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment. If you want to submit this to us, we're going to keep doing these until you guys stop giving us your submissions. Hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGrayPod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Tell us a situation that Jesus might find himself in if he were in today's times. Hashtag PTGWWJD at PassUAPod. And we will tell you how he would handle these situations. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment in our intro by our good buddy Jingle Blake Wonder.
Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right. This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our girl, Stephanie E. Bow Bow.
Hey, Bow.
Stephaneezy on Twitter at Stephaneezy, 5 E's before the ZY on Twitter. And Stephanie says, this is a pretty simple one. In a coin toss, would you just pick heads or tails?
You know, my initial reaction was, of course, Jesus would take tails, never fails. But I think he would pick heads because Jesus was never one to shy away from walking the path that was harder.
Right, but I remember in church growing up, there was that "Raise You Up on Eagle's Wings" song, and it's like if you're flipping a quarter, there is in fact an eagle on the back of the quarter with wings, raising you up on eagle's wings. Something God learned you to something with.
Yes, but
I don't know.
But eagles also have heads.
They do, but there's literally an eagle on it. Is what I'm saying.
On the American coin, really, we need some knowledge of the Israeli and Palestinian coins.
What is
that's the area?
The Bethlehemian currency.
I might have to go with my gut. I mean, of course, Jesus is going to pick tails, never fails.
I'm looking at some coins from Israel. Oh, you know what? I don't see any. Let's see, numbers and not Braille, but.
Oh, no. You know what it is? Definitely tails.
Hebrew.
Definitely tails.
It's tails. Tails never fails.
Because what does a T look like?
A cross. Although like a cross.
There you go.
And it has. It's like, you know what a cross did to him, though, right?
But
like, I wouldn't pick that.
But he suffered. But he suffered to free mankind of sin.
Actually, on this coin I'm looking at,
it's kind of a symbol.
It's got Pontius Pilate as the head. So probably wouldn't go with head on that. So I'm gonna go tails.
So we're tails. Yep. We've got multiple reasons now. Robert, concur, disagree?
I'm gonna go ahead and say heads.
Why?
I'm gonna go ahead and say heads.
Come on.
I don't know.
Defend your position.
He wears a crown on his head, I guess.
Oh, that's something to think about.
That is good.
This is back open.
Fuck.
No,
he's going tails. He's going tails. He's going tails.
He could be seen as the head of the church. Whether you want to say that's the Pope or God, actually, Jesus is the Son of God and the basis of the religion.
Right. I think he still goes tails, man. Tails never fails, dude.
I think there's an argument for heads.
There's definitely an argument for heads.
Heads always fails.
Tails always fails. Look at that. I rhymed too.
Shut up. No, it's never fails.
Oh, man. I guess I got to be the tiebreaker on this one. Which one am I going to
You already picked tails.
Yeah, but then Robert made a.
You can't change your mind.
Yes, I can. Robert made it because that's why we asked Robert. Robert made
You're going with your gut.
Robert made a compelling argument, and now I have to be this is fun. I never get to be the deciding argument. It's always Robert.
Heads gets you ahead. Like, there you go.
Oh.
Jesus wasn't married, so getting head would probably have been problematic back then.
Would Jesus want head or would he want some tail? Oh.
Neither. He'd want to marry him.
Well, I'll put it this way. Technically, sodomy is not only in the bud, it is actually oral as well. So I think I'm going to have to go with Robert. Jesus would take tails.
Fuck you guys. Come on.
Oh, wait, did I say Robert? I meant Alex. Sorry.
There you
sorry.
go. Thank God you came to
I
your
said
senses.
I'm gonna have to go with Robert because Jesus would take Tails. I literally just said the wrong fucking name because this has gone on so long. I'm
How
already
long
finished.
have you known us?
I'm finished with my fucking dude. Play Call of Duty with me. Yeah, you know, I always call you Tyler and Tyler you. I don't.
Yeah,
Once
Pat
I start
plays with
drinking,
like
names,
lifelong friends, basically.
lifelong friend, like friends of 10 plus
and he
years
calls us
easily.
the wrong name the whole time.
I don't know their fucking names. It's ridiculous.
It's dumb. It's very dumb.
Man, this one is.
He's gonna go Tails. Jesus is gonna go
This is
Tails.
off the rails. It's
Great
definitely
question.
Tails.
Great
It's
question,
Tails.
Stephanie. If you'd like to submit your "What would Jesus do" question, hashtag PTGWWJD at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. Moving on, let's get to the mock draft. We're gonna do a mock draft of supers. Basically, it's gotta have super in the name in some aspect of it. And the mock draft all season long brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company, the greatest beer in all the land. Right now, I'm drinking one of their new ones. I don't know if you had this one yet, Pat. The Mama Rosa Gosa.
I have not had that one yet. I'm looking forward to it.
This is gonna join your like top Southern Star beers because it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I brought some home the other night, and Emma was just crushing them with me. Like she loved them. I love them. It's amazing, and yeah, I mean this is my fave right now this year of their new ones. I obviously have a built-in favorite that's going to come out May 29th at Southern Star Brewing Company.
Oh, you like it more than the pecan, than the Metzli?
I think I do. I not to knock the Pekin Stout.
No. I haven't had
Metzli.
it yet, so I'm just trying to figure out the.
Mama Rosa Gosa doesn't play, dude. It is
So each one is just better than the
phenomenal.
last. That's what we're learning.
Love it. And that's what like,
What-
we always
what is
joke
it?
about it.
Is it an IPA? Is it a ale?
Gosa.
Oh,
Gosa.
I wish I knew what a Gosa was.
Right. I mean, we always joke about like we aren't huge beer guys. Like we enjoy drinking beer and
It's
consuming beer.
just
But if you're like, Alex, what's in
always
that? I'd be like,
delicious.
I don't know, good stuff. And Southern Star.
Sunshine and happiness. That's what's
But
in
that
it.
makes me feel like we're good judges of this Southern Star beer because it's like when they put it out, we're not like, nah, it's gonna have more hops in it. It's what kind of barley did you use in
I
this?
don't
Like,
I don't
just
detect
like-
enough floral notes.
that's good beer. That's
That's a
good
damn
beer.
good
Like that's
beer.
what we do. And I mean, I would be honest. Like I would probably not tell you guys that I thought a beer sucked. I probably would not tell you that I thought a Southern Star beer sucked. If we're being completely honest, I would just stop talking.
But
about
honestly, we would never have to because they
yeah.
have not missed one since we've been there.
I swear, like it's like I'm not an IPA guy. They come out with IPAs, the Corova Milkshake IPA, fucking love it. It's awesome. They always knock it out of the park. And May 29th, darling like a marlin, the blackberry sour officially. We thought it was maybe a pomegranate sour, a blackberry sour coming out. I don't think I've shown you yet, Robert, but we got a little bit of a sneak peek. I'm just gonna, if you're watching the video version, I'm gonna treat you right now. I'm gonna give you a little treat because you're being good and you're watching the video version. Yeah, this is an exclusive video version part, but I'm only gonna show you. This is just a little mock-up of the can right there, and there you go.
Oh,
Maybe one more time.
one more time.
So go watch the video version. Go watch the video version. Darling like a Marlin, blackberry sour, coming out May 29th. They're gonna put them in cans. The can, I think it's Alex Rosas is working on the can design for us. I love it. Like, he is like 100. Like they 100% were like, hey, if you want to cut the can design, just let us know. And I just showed the viewers. I just showed the people on the video version only a quick little sneak peek of the potential.
It looks so good.
It's
looks
fucking
so
sick,
good.
dude.
I saw it
It's
earlier,
fucking
guys.
sick. And I didn't tell you yet, but blackberry sour officially will be the beer. Not pomegranate,
Ooh.
blackberry sour, perfect for summer. That's coming right up, guys. We're
You know
gonna
what
need
that
your
sounds
help
perfect
more than
for?
ever because we're gonna
That
need you
sounds-
guys to go buy this one.
That sounds perfect for poolside and floating beer.
Yeah, just outdoor hanging
Just
with
saying.
your buddies.
Maybe a little on the pontoon boat with your boys. Fill them up. You go hit Party Cove. Toss those around to a couple other boats. Get the ladies talking. You know.
Like, well, what is this delightful beer? You're like, well, that is actually Darling Like a Marlin. And they're like, you're right. Let me taste that. I'm going to try some. That is Darling Like a Marlin. And then they'll just start saying it. They're just going to start saying it. It's pretty sweet. Drink like a fish this summer with Darling Like a Marlin from Southern Star Brewing Company. May 29th. We're going to be up there. Are we going to do a live podcast, or are we just going to be hanging out, Pat?
I don't know. Maybe if we don't do a full podcast, maybe we can put together like a vlog or something that we can release on Facebook.
Something up there. But yeah,
maybe we can at the very least, maybe we could just take some video and cut it together and make make a video that we can release on Facebook or something for it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. May 29th, Southern Star Brewing Company. And then they got midget wrestling. That is not me calling people that is
the name,
like the type of wrestling that it is. That is
the name of the company
organization. It will be midget wrestling that night in the tap room. Like, you get a beer from your favorite podcast, and then you get to watch midget wrestling that night. Come on, tell me May 29th could not potentially be the best day of the year. And then, like, we're gonna need you guys out in full force. You guys made them bring back the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde for a full-on all-the-time beer instead of just a summer seasonal beer. We're going to need you guys to buy out every single Darling Like a Marlin can that you can find, because Darling Like a Marlin is going to be absolutely Darling Like a motherfucking Marlin. And I cannot wait.
And we cannot forget to mention, I don't know if you'd seen this, Southern Star is about to be throwing out just heaters for the next 2 weeks, guys. So this Saturday, we're taping this on Wednesday. This Saturday, they got Crawdads for America 6.
Yeah.
They've got also our friends from What's on Tap Radio. They're going to be up there.
Shout out
this Saturday.
and Chad Pilbeam.
Yep, they're going to be up there. Both those start at noon. I don't know if they're doing a live podcast, but they're going to be there. Talking beer. And then the Saturday after that, May 1st, if you're like me, you love Star Wars. They've got a Star Wars style beer coming out, or I don't know if it's Star Wars style or
Mandalorian
inspired. Yeah, inspired by the Netra Gal Stout and merch line. So we're gonna have a Southern Star. I don't know if I could say / Star Wars or Star Wars inspired
Southern Star
merch
Wars
law, and great friends of the podcast. Hold on Hollywood's going to be out there that May 1st too. I think we had talked about this a little bit last time.
I'm going to be hosting that concert too.
I don't know if they had announced what the beer was yet when we talked about this last week. I remember clicking on it. I don't think I had seen all the details of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to be up there for that.
Yeah.
So that starts at noon.
Yeah, and I will be up there May 1st, opening up the month of May at Southern Star. I'll be closing out the month of May 29th at Southern Star as well.
Is it a day concert?
I think I'm not sure. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I'll give you times next week. Look at their Facebook page. They should have the times on that too. But also,
live music starts at 6:30. Okay, that's what
we always tell you. We always tell you how awesome their tap room is. I know this is a 4.5 hour ad for Southern Star, but just bear with me real fast.
But they deserve it.
They're the best. We always tell you how awesome the tap room is. Just go in there, tell them you're part of the Gravy Gang. They got a Pass the Gravy flag hang in right when you walk by, and you're like, I'm part of the Gravy Gang. They're like, oh, what's up, dude? Or what's up, chick? Like they'll get it. They get it, and they'll take care of you. They'll let you try whatever you want. I like that they have the little shot glasses of beer. They let you sip on whatever you want to see what you want to commit to using your tokens for. But shout out to Tessa. I'm gonna butcher your name. I feel like I've butchered it before. Tessa Goriantz, for going up to Southern Star from Austin this weekend. She drove up from Austin, went to Southern Star because she wanted to check out the best beer in all the land, and she was not disappointed. We love you, Tessa. Thank you for supporting the pod. Thank you for supporting Southern Star Brewing Company and Southern Star. Thank you guys. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag us, tag them at Pascal Pod, at Southern Star Brewing Company, at Southern Star BC on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know that you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast, Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the world, and the official sponsor of mock draft season that begins now. Let's fucking recap last week's mock draft season. What do we have? Mock draft of Johnson's. I just wanted to say it is official. I have one mock draft season. It's not possible for me to lose at this point. There's 2 of these left, including today's. And because Pat won and Robert did not win, Robert can't tie me. Robert couldn't beat me anyways. Robert could only tie me. But Pat did edge me out in the mock draft of Johnson's. Well done, Pat.
When it comes to talk about dicks, I'm just the authority.
I was really happy for Pat. Like, I think he deserved that win, and because he went the pity route so hard that I'm so happy for him. So happy for him.
No, I was too.
There is zero
dude,
pity
you
involved.
can pander as much as you want to pander.
I
and he
get
finally
trolled
got through.
harder than anyone. That's how good my draft was.
Which is why you had to pander so much.
Even the trolls couldn't deny it. That's what it was.
Did you just poll the gravy gang on what you should pick in the draft? Is that what you did?
No. Here's the thing. I was looking at it Friday and Alex was getting close, and I'm just sitting there watching going, here's when Alex pulls out all the burners.
I don't have burners, dude. I don't have time for burners, bro.
He's gonna pull out he's gonna vote with the Buzz, his Twitter account. He's gonna vote with Rod Ryan's Twitter account.
The thing with that is Robert can see that I voted on those. So Robert could go and check. They'd be like, well, all of these accounts voted for that. Robert has the same logins I have. So I could see if Robert cheated. Robert could see if I cheated. So that cancels that out.
So you guys can constantly cheat for each other because I don't have access and I would never know.
Well, no, 100% of the time I do check. I checked the Rod Ryan show one and I checked the Buzz. I'm like, I swear to God, if anybody voted on that, and they never do. But if it did, I'd be Robert, you son of a bitch.
That's your public burners.
I don't have I have so many fucking accounts right there. I can't add another one.
Notice how Alex goes, I have. He didn't say I don't have burners.
I don't have burners.
Literally cut himself off.
I didn't at all cut myself off.
I don't know. I think there's some shenanigans going on here with Pat's win. It just doesn't make
sense.
Well,
no, he just played the pity party game and pandered. But whatever. Let's move on. We got the mock draft of supers.
Right there. How many accounts? How many accounts does it say I have right there? It's got mine,
2,
and Pass the Gravy. That's it.
Like 4.
Nope. Anyone watching the video can
Gene?
see. That's Mean Gene.
Philip.
Who's Dat Peon?
Oh, yeah. That's my OnlyFans. That's my OnlyFans.
Who's Dion Pat?
All I know is
at least 2 or 3 burners, and I guess.
Why don't you show yours to the camera right now? See how many accounts you got.
I will if you want. I mean,
Bitch, you use your computer.
They're all work-related ones.
Oh, how many accounts are we about to see that you have access to?
Yeah, but you can Robert can literally go check and see if I voted on them.
Robert can. You guys are in cahoots. That means
why would Robert cheat for me?
Because
I have Gravy Gambles, Pass the Gravy, 94.5, Rod Ryan Show, Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, and myself.
5.
Right, that are work ones. That are 90% of those are work ones.
Okay.
And then my personal account and the podcast account, which is essentially a work account.
That would actually be 60%, but good job on the math there.
I'm not a math guy, all right? Moving on, it is the mock draft of supers. Congratulations, Pat. He won. He had you had 51% of the vote. I had 40%. Robert had 9. Ooh, Robert, I didn't realize you only had 9%. That sucks. But Pat had pandered the whole time, so it was giving Pat their votes. On the season, I have 5 wins. Robert has 2, and Pat has 1. Because of the Super League, we're gonna just do a mock draft of supers because super sounds fun to throw on anything. Now, I feel like we're gonna have to have some ground rules that we're just gonna have to cover as we go. But Robert's gonna go first. I will draft second. Pat will go third.
Yeah.
It's gonna go Robert, me.
We'll have
Pat,
some veto
Robert,
powers.
Robert, me, Pat. Robert, me, Pat. There is no snake draft in this. Without further ado, the mock draft of supers starts with Robert. What you got? 1-1 in the draft.
Super Bowl. Going Super Bowl.
God damn it. Why would you not go Superman?
Because I think more people like the Super Bowl than Superman.
You fucker. I thought that the Super Bowl was such an easy shoe-in for mine, but I'm taking Superman then because that's definitely the most popular one, I would assume. Superman is what I'm going to go with.
All right.
Fucked up, Robert. You fucked up.
No, I think Robert actually took the correct one there. I'm going to go with, depending on where you live, either the Super Mario Brothers or the Super Mario Brothers.
The video game.
Depending on the franchise, baby. I'm taking the whole fucking franchise. The Super Mario Brothers. That's a franchise, baby.
All right. Back to you, Robert.
Plus
First
video
pick of the
games
second round.
and or video games, movies, and TV. That's multi-dimensional.
All right, I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I'm gonna go with superpowers.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I like
Those
it. I like
superpowers.
it. I like it, Robert.
I like that too. That's a solid one. I had that on mine. I'm gonna go with Super Nintendo.
Ooh.
Who didn't enjoy a Super Nintendo growing
That's a
up?
good
Huh?
one.
Everyone did. Everyone did.
All right, back to you, Pat.
I'm going to go with Super Troopers, the movie.
Fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Ooh.
All right, Robert.
This is
first
this is
pick of the third
where
round.
me and Alex discussed this on the live stream earlier. Third round is where it's going to start getting fucking weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Supernatural, the TV show,
Never watched, but I've heard it's a damn good show.
and I think Danny Weston really likes Supernatural.
You've also never watched it, have you? Not
I
one
watched
episode.
Supernatural. Yeah,
So
I
you're
watched.
Oh, you
pandering
do?
is what you're saying.
I watched the whole series.
Oh, I just assume you don't watch anything.
I am gonna go with Super Glue because it comes in, it helps you out in a pinch. Who doesn't like Super Glue unless, of course, you super glue yourself to yourself like Jim did in American Pie.
All righty.
All right, going to you, Pat.
I almost hate to take another video game, but Super Smash Brothers, man, that's an all-time classic. It's hard to not take it. That's at the top of my list of what's left there.
All right, it's a solid one. That is a solid one. Robert, your final pick of the draft. Wide open right here.
It is. There's a lot of options. I got like 6 options, but I'm gonna go with Supermarket. I'm taking
It's solid.
Supermarket, and
It's solid.
the picture's gonna be HEB.
Supermarket.
You know
Right.
what? Normally I would say you can't decide that, but I will allow that. I think it should be HEB.
Okay. I wanted to take Supermarket Sweep.
I think that's allowed. That's
Is it
different.
allowed?
That's because that's a show.
But it's
Robert
like
was
I
just
think
talking about-
Supermarket is already saturated.
I know. I think that is fully allowed because that is a very different entity from what Robert took. Robert is just taking the grocery store under a different name. You are taking a TV show.
All right, fine. Supermarket Sweep is what I'm going to go with. And I would have taken that over Supermarket even if Robert hadn't taken Supermarket.
Yeah. All right.
Final pick of the draft.
I think the strongest one that I have just left is Super Saiyan.
How do you spell that?
Saiyan. Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z.
I thought about
I
that
th-
too.
I think that's just the strongest one of what I had left. I had some other options, and obviously I know that there's a lot of people that just don't give a shit or ever listen
But
to
the
Dragon
people
Ball
that
Z.
do are going to love that.
But there's a lot of people that do. Like for Dragon Ball Z fans, Super Saiyan in the third pick of the fourth round is a steal.
It's a steal, yeah, to a lot of
I
people.
guarantee you there was some people screaming through this entire thing that nobody had taken Super Saiyan yet.
All right. Recapping our drafts, the mock draft of supers. Robert had the Super Bowl, Superpowers, Supernatural, the TV show, and a supermarket. I had Superman, the Super Nintendo, Super Glue, and the TV show Supermarket Sweep. Pat had Super Mario Bros, Super Troopers, Super Smash Brothers, and Super saying a solid mock draft given the topic. I honestly feel
top to bottom, all of us are real good.
Pat might win this one. I think Pat might win this one.
I feel good about mine. The only one that worries me is Super Saints. I don't know how many people vote that weren't into Dragon Ball Z at all.
Hopefully there's a lot of Superman fans.
There's a lot of nostalgia in mine. 3 out of 4 of mine are steeped heavily in nostalgia.
Yeah, Pat's list sounds like it could be my list. Like
it really does.
I normally would have picked.
It does sound like that.
Bro, I was honestly shocked I got Super Smash Brothers where I did.
Yeah, in the 3rd round, that was pretty solid.
I thought Robert was going to be all over that.
Let's get to honorable mentions. If I had not been allowed to take Supermarket Sweep, I would have taken Super Salad. Top 5 all time, like after church lunch place was Super Salad, I think.
I respect it. Not
it's
enough
like you get
meat.
Soup or salad. And
not enough. Not enough.
Souper salad.
Yeah,
was cool.
it was one I considered. I didn't put it on my list. Not enough meat on there.
That's why I didn't pick it.
Consider it. Yeah.
I thought about,
but a very nice restaurant.
I thought about not a little stitious, but superstitious.
Superstitious I had as well.
No. Not superstitious is what he's saying. He's saying the whole quote. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. He said it
Michael
backwards.
Scott, yeah.
He was trying to go Michael Scott on it.
That's a good one. I had super computers, super teams. People hate super teams. So. Supermodel. Fuck, how did we not take that?
Damn,
I didn't have that on my list. I didn't have that on my list.
I didn't either.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Man, reverse bonk on Robert for not being horny enough.
Superstar. Either just calling somebody a superstar or the Molly
movie
Shannon and Will Ferrell movie Superstar.
I had that on me. Super Size Me.
The documentary. Supersizing things.
Which also Super Size Me was kind of bullshit. It was one of those documentaries that also created their own results. Mother Superior. I don't know if you would allow that. Also
had to allow Lake Superior as well. Then.
Yeah, I was about to say Lake Superior. Also, the song "The Rain" by Missy Elliott. Super fly, super duper fly. That was a dope song.
That would have been allowed. Just saying something super duper. I had that's fun to say. Superhumans. And that's
good.
Superhero.
Right, but okay. So I picked superhero, but I was like, I would have gone like Superman, then superhero, Supergirl. Wow, sexist of you guys to not take it. I didn't want to oversaturate the Superman, Supergirl world, but you guys definitely could have taken that and didn't.
Once Robert took superpowers, I was kind of hoping Alex might, even though you already had Superman, I was hoping you would take superhero. So not only would it duplicate your one pick, it would also split the vote. That's what I was hoping for.
It didn't go that way, did it?
The last one I had, and I really, really, really like, I know I always say there's always one honorable mention that I really wanted to take. I honestly wanted to take this one first overall, but not everyone is a massive South Park fan like me. From the South Park movie, Big Gay Al's song, "I'm Super, Thanks for Asking." On South
Park, I had Super Cereal as well. I'm super cereal, guys. Guys, I'm super cereal.
I'm super duper cereal.
Yeah. But then I was like, that's going to go over a lot of people's heads, I feel like, too. So.
No, people that know what we're talking about know what we're talking about.
They got it. And they're like, but then they were like, what? No.
That's why even when you said super cereal at first, I was like, what? Until you did the voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't type it out in the voice. And then also shout out to all of us, because I would have been pissed if I had to type out on the little graphic thing I make every week. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yep. I think all of us saw that one and chose not to add it on the list, right?
Thank you.
Robert's nodding too. So yeah, we all saw, we're like, that's too
Mary
much.
Poppins, I believe.
Honestly, I think it's Mary Poppins. I think honestly what that was all of us just understanding the format of when we had to type that out and put it in the graphic, and that it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of times like I try and pick the graphics to throw up on it, and it's like I know most people don't really give a fuck what the graphic is, but it's like,
but it has
so Mary Poppins on there. I don't fucking know.
It has to fit in the card, and for a half second, I thought pick that one just because it'll fuck with Alex, and I was like, that's not a good reason to pick something. And also,
But
that's
then
just
if
mean.
it fucks with me, then it gets typed up weird, and then people are like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because
But
that
I
would have
just,
had to be like 4 lines for one word.
I chose to respect you.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And if I had to pick right now, I'd probably say Pat's gonna win this one. But the beauty is, it doesn't fucking matter because I've already clinched the season.
Yeah,
so
you've honestly said that like 2 or 3 times
I
this
just
year,
wanted
and
to remind you.
doesn't happen much.
Well, so this is our next to last one. Next week is the final mock draft of this mock draft season. Then we will obviously the NFL draft will be here next week. So we'll be talking about that probably at some point next week. But we will post this around 1:30 on Friday on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On Twitter is where we're going to look at the poll. Go vote on Twitter. And somebody was telling me the other day, like, well, I don't have Twitter, bro. Like, why can't we vote on Facebook? I was like, because Facebook doesn't have a polling tool.
Which is
Not my
crazy.
fault. They used to, but you can only have 2 options, and we have 3. So like, what am I gonna do?
Did they just completely get away from the polling tool, or do
Now
they
I
still
can't
have
even
the 2?
figure out how to use the polling tool. Like they change Facebook every couple months, and like, because I remember there was one that I think Robert and I tied, and we had to go put it to a vote last year, and it was like we combined Twitter and Facebook, and I was able to
remember
put
this,
me
yeah.
and Robert in a poll. But you can't put all 3 of us in a poll, which is dumb. Because it's like, just why? I want people, like, more people would probably see it on Facebook.
It's like, it's a ridiculously dumb feature of Facebook. For being the like OG of what's left, the fact that you can't figure out how to make a fucking poll is crazy to me.
They know, they just don't want to. Let's move on though. Let's get to the not cool segment. And the not cool segment, we're actually like, we were discussing this on Twitch. We discussed this off the podcast. So we're just gonna share the, like, we may not get to everybody's not cool every week because I love you guys, and the beauty of this is that you guys are so interactive with us that we get a billion not cools. And if we don't read yours from this week, it's not because we're not going to read it. We will read it. If it's a topical one that had specific stuff to do with this week, we'll get to that. But we're gonna have to kind of start capping it a little bit like Answers is, where like if we read all 30 not cools that you guys did, that we could just start another podcast called Not Cool, and like that would be the hour and a half that we do. We love you guys, and I don't want to discourage anybody from sending not cools in, but if we don't get to yours this week, I promise we will get to it in the next week or the week after that. We just like, this is one of the coolest things about this podcast kind of growing slowly, is like now we're to the point where it's like, all right, well, we're gonna have to cut this off. I remember when there were no cools, it was just our no cools. And now it's like, I love the interactiveness of you guys writing in and letting us know that. Cause like, I feel like we always like David Ruiz specifically as of late, like I have identified the most with his, where I'm just like, oh, I want to punch that driver in the face. Like then we get here, we go off on tangents, and Robert's here for 4.5 hours where it's me and Pat talking about Knuckles. We love you guys, and please continue to send them hashtag PTG not cool at Pass Your A Pod. Please continue to send them, but like we're gonna do as many of them as we can, but we can't do every single one each week, or else the podcast would be 7.5 hours long.
I think the perfect example of it is, and I think it's time to tell him, Alex, about how we used to have always a certain somebody in the answer segment that was there, but not necessarily real because we had to fill out the answers.
All right, you guys, fuck you. Sean Comitz, man. Sean Comitz got us through the rough times.
I don't think we've ever told them.
Fuck
that
you,
Sean
dude.
Comitz
That was
wasn't
supposed to be
real.
our thing.
But I think this.
All right, yeah.
It
So I
perfectly
did
exemplifies
create
it. That's
a persona, Sean Comitz, for the longest time in their very beginning episodes too.
We all love Sean Comitz.
Sean Comitz he died, unfortunately. May he rest in peace. But
we all love
Sean Comitz. There used to be, like, when I first started doing it, I would get like 3 answers questions for like a month.
It was
so Sean Comitz just started being a regular. And it was just like shit that we did, but like I that was it. And I was like,
but that's why you guys haven't heard from him so long. No,
he's dead. He died.
This served a purpose. You guys have supported us so well for so long that's why you guys haven't heard from him in for a while. There's probably some people that are like, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. I have it. That's why, because you guys are that fucking awesome. So I think they deserve to know.
But you have to be a real OG to know who Sean Comitz was.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Comitz was around for a while.
I'm telling you, started this podcast, like, for the first couple of years, man, getting to like 100 listens was nuts. Like we never got to 100 listens, and it was just like, fuck, no one's listening. It was so discouraging. And then we hit a point, and it just started like it was growing. It was growing, and when Chris was on, it started growing, and then Robert came on, and more people started watching and listening. And I mean, Robert really put it, like, he took it to the next level where we had the video aspect of it, where you guys can watch it. I know there are a lot of you guys that prefer the video version, and that's cool. If we don't get your listen, just click it at some point. If you're busy for a week, just hit the play button on one of them. Just help us out, help a brother out. But we love you guys, and yes, Sean Comets was just fucking. I didn't have anything in the segment that I made up, and it was like, I can't just ask the questions.
It was a brilliant marketing tool.
But that was the only one. That was the only fake one. But
that was the only one. But
the
point of bringing that up was,
a lot of times was like, if I could just have one more question, okay, I'm just gonna make this one up.
The point of bringing that up was how much we appreciate you guys listening
Because
and supporting us and interacting with us, that we were able to kill Alex's alter ego.
And we trust you guys enough that now we can share that with y'all. So
yes.
RIP and peace to Sean Comets. And if you'd like to send your not cools in, hashtag PTG not cool at Past the Gravy Pod on Twitter. Pat, will you tell our good friends in the Gravy Gang about Alamo Remedy CBD real fast?
Guys, I'm pausing here because I'm trying to gather exactly what I want to say, because I don't know if you're like me, you tend to get a little aches here and there. Mine focus in the shoulders. I'm actually a pretty loose guy. You guys know what I say. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy. I live a pretty simple life, but a lot of time when I get the aches and pains, just focus in the shoulders. Probably a lot of the reason with the way I'm sitting here, and when I drive in the car, I always have one arm up over the other seat. It's an uncomfortable position. If you're like me and you got that shit, go to Alamo Remedy. They've got the tinctures. They've got, I believe they've got the pills as well. They've got the gummies. They've, what I like to use myself is the cucumber lotion, which Alex always likes to say, don't eat it. It smells delicious. You're going to want to eat it. Please don't. That's what I use. That cucumber lotion works beautifully. Pull a little bit on your finger, hit that shoulder, hit the next shoulder, chill for a couple minutes. You're going to be good to go. Honestly, I'd like to have a little cocktail maybe with it too. Just helps relax the muscles a little bit, helps it work even better. They've also got the hemp flower, which I don't use myself. It smells like the real deal. You guys know what we're talking about. Smokes like the real deal, but you're not going to get that weird paranoia that comes with it. You're just going to get that calm, relaxing, just beautiful, sit back, listen to 311 and the Expendables vibe that you're trying to get when you smoke these kind of things. Oh my God, Alex just walked on screen with a dog. It's Wheezy. Wheezy with the haircut. Wheezy with the hair.
She got a haircut. Say hi, Wheezy.
Say haircut, Wheezy. Don't say shave,
haircut.
Wheezy. It sounds weird. Hi, Weezers. I'm going to come see you in a couple weeks, Weezers. But yeah, guys, Alamo Remedy, whatever way you like to take it. Like I said, lotion, pills, tinctures. I don't think I said where you just drop it underneath the tongue, the hemp flower, whatever device you like to use to get your CBD. They've got it covered. They are cheaper than any national brand you're going to find. Most of them you're going to get $25, $30, $40, whatever it is. All their products except for the hemp flower, I believe, are $17.99, Alex?
Yes.
$17.99.
Hemp flower is $19.99. Their new
which is a steal at that price.
The lip balms that they have now are those are $9.99, I believe.
Yes, I forgot about the lip balm. Thank you.
10% off when you use our promo code PTG at checkout at almoremedy.com. Shout out to our buddy Uziel Lara. He used our promo code this past week. We told you guys, if you use our promo code, we get a notification that you did. We'll give you a shout out on the next podcast. almoremedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. Alamo Remedy CBD, and at Alamo Remedy on Twitter and Instagram. Give them a follow. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. They are our sponsors for Not Cool, guys. Let's begin that right now.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
I'll start with one first before we get into the listener ones. It's Pat blowing up Sean Comets' spot. I thought that was something we were taking to the grave, bro.
I did kind of ambush you with that, but honestly, I felt like
it's a trust tree, I guess.
So much love and support. I think that's why the listeners deserve to be brought into the trust tree. I thought they would appreciate that.
I mean, Sean Combs realistically hasn't been on this podcast since, like, I don't even think since you've been on the podcast.
Yes, he has. I was gonna say he was here for about the first year, maybe not even a full year.
He?
Yeah, like very regularly, like every episode. That's why
Sean Combs was kind of done when Chris was here.
He was still around a lot when I was here because I remember if he was done before I was here, how would I know who he was?
Because I probably told you about it.
You told me about it because I was like, "Who's this Sean Combs
Brandon,
guy?"
you're our historian. When was the last time you heard Sean Combs in an episode?
I remember just us sitting in your apartment one time and you're like, "Yeah, so Sean Combs, not a real guy. I need to fill out the segments," which I respect, and that's why I wanted to tell the listeners because they have been so supportive and so awesome with us. I thought they should get a little peek behind the scenes.
And now they're just gonna think everything we do is fake. So, guys, believe us. We're telling you the truth now, and you know all the names we're reading. So
now you guys know if something was fake, I would accidentally tell it.
That's true.
But that was on purpose.
Whatever. Moving on. Just like we promoted the Pass the Gravy Twitch account last week. We were like, "Yo, we're gonna bring streaming back." Well, this past weekend, like I was trying to stream like 3 times, and there were just fucking issues with Twitch or my Xbox or both. I'm pretty sure it was Twitch though, where it was like, "Oh, hey, now you can't really stream." Like I would start a stream and it would look like it was going, and then after a minute it would just cut off, and then I'd go look back and like it never registered that it was streaming. And that was a whole day where it just didn't stream. And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like fuck me." Like I just said we were gonna start streaming a lot more, and now I can't. And then yesterday I tried to stream because I figured I could get some people with the clickbait, like 420 Call of Duty with Alex, and they'd be like, "Oh, Alex is probably high as shit playing right now." I was like, "No, it's just on 420, and I'm playing Call of Duty." And my camera wasn't working, and it was like camera not connected. I was like, "I fucking am plugging a camera in right now. I see the camera connected. How is it not working?" And then the camera just didn't work. Today, Pat and I streamed, had no issues whatsoever, but it's just like, why does it just pick and choose? Sometimes I'm randomly going to say, "Fuck you, you can't stream." And sometimes I'm not. It's like, I sometimes I really want to stream and I can't do it. But yeah, it's just, I'm trying to create content for the people and it's not allowing me to create content. So fuck you, Twitch, for trying to fuck with my shit. That's why not cool. What about you, Bobby?
So I have a sty in my eye.
Sty in your eye.
Yeah.
Rhymes.
And it's making me shy. And it really bothers me. It's
You might cry.
I might cry. It's not as bad today as it was yesterday. Like I put a warm towel on my eye. But like it hurts.
Does it make you want to die?
Yeah, it makes me want to die and sometimes lie and other words that rhyme. And it just like hurts to blink and like move my eye around, and it's really annoying.
Why even try? Yeah, dude.
Make me go by.
What causes styes? Do you know?
I have no idea.
You should go see a guy.
You see a guy. Yeah, there we go.
I know a guy. Frankie
He
Ocho.
might have some
will get
medicine
the
you can
sty.
buy. Yeah, that sucks.
Man,
Styes. Not cool.
You should try eating some food that's fried.
Now we're stretching. it. But that was our not cool segment. Styes do suck, dude. So yeah, I feel you on that. And Robert had the only one that wasn't really related to technology. So shout out to you for having like an actual not cool and just not being like, my phone does these things, or Twitch, fuck you.
I mean, modern problems, man.
Exactly. Let's move on to our final segment of the week. My favorite segment that we get to do every single week. The answers segment, brought to you by our good friends at Little M Air Fresheners, the best air fresheners in the entire world. They also have new keychains, new floral print compact mirrors, so you'll never be caught with spinach in your teeth again. They've got some awesome stickers and decals, and you're gonna get free shipping when you spend $10 or more. Some of the best keychains in the world, some of the best air fresheners in the world, some of the best stickers in the world. Why would you not want to go check out Little M Air Fresheners? littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter at Little M Tweets, and on Instagram Little M Shop, Little EM Shop. littlemshop.com, the best air fresheners in the entire world, and the official sponsor of the answer segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. Let's start with our podcast son, Skylar Lester. Oh my God, Skylar! At OMG at Skylar on Twitter. And he says, our computer is the only thing that can freeze from too much heat.
No.
Uh,
I mean, technically, if you fry something and it stops moving, it's frozen.
what?
Not heat-wise frozen. But like, even say you take a shrimp, you put it in the fryer and you drop it. That's a lot of heat. But if it stops moving,
Nah, dude,
you could say
I
it's
think you're being
frozen.
technical with that. I think I like where Skylar's. Yes, everything else like freezes when it gets colder, but like when you overheat a computer, it would freeze.
I mean, what are you talking about? What do you mean when you say it freezes? It stops, right? It just stops. There's no movement anymore.
But when you like, I don't think so. I think it's like when you fry it, you're just kind of capturing it. Like Han Solo wasn't frozen in carbonite, was he?
Yes.
Was he frozen or was he just put?
I
in
believe
it?
they actually.
I wouldn't say
say
that's. Was it frozen?
I believe they actually say the words frozen in carbonite, but that's not heat. That's not even what we're talking about here. But I'm saying if you're saying if something like you're frozen, something like those goats that just go stiff because they're frozen, they went stiff. They don't move anymore. But if you're saying, let me read our computer's the only thing that can freeze from too much heat. You can heat something to the point where it dies and then it's just frozen. I'm being very technical with this, but we need a tiebreaker on this. This is a Robert call.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like lava and whatever. Like if there's an explosion, like that freezes people. That's heat, right?
Fucking Vesuvius.
Oh yeah.
Boom!
It was Mount Vesuvius, but it was Pompeii.
Pompeii is the one I'm thinking of. Pompeii is the one I'm thinking of. Thank you.
It's also a great Bastille song. If anybody hasn't heard that, check
boom. So I just turned to you too.
All right.
Robert, Alex,
Okay. That's fine. That's
yeah.
fine.
Bam.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no, computers are not the only thing that can freeze from too much heat.
This is a good one from Josh Tree Coddle. Do snakes have long necks or long tails?
I don't even like this question. I hate snakes so much.
I mean, yeah, Satan was a snake, so I don't trust them. But
I mean, if you have a snake as a pet, you're weird, and stop it.
Is it their neck or their tail? Like, I don't know.
It's their tail. It's their tail. They have long tails.
They have long necks.
I would say kind of it's like their neck.
Like a rattlesnake, you know where its tail is because it has like the rattle.
Right.
Actually, I honestly I think what it is it's neither. It really they have the body, like the
Shut
head.
up, Pat. Respect the exercise.
Hold on. This is what I'm trying to do. Is they don't have a neck. Actually, so here's what I would say: it's a tail because they have no neck. They have the head, and the head where the head can turn. That little space right there behind the jaw is the neck, where that head turns. That's the neck. Then there is the body. Like even Mama Boucher said, in the middle of it, she pointed out where the knee is. So that whole thing cannot be the neck. And then there's the tail. The tail might be small, but literally only maybe a centimeter behind the head, where behind the jaw, where the head turns, is the neck. So I'm going to say they have a long body, but the tail is longer than the head or than the neck. I think
your neck goes into where your back is, but we can't decide where your back is until we see where your arms are, to where it can branch off from your back. So therefore, it is a neck until it gets to the bottom, which is then tail.
I hate this whole fucking conversation. I hate snakes so much. I'm getting like chills up my spine. I fucking hate it.
So I think I'm right.
No,
it's a neck. It's a snake. Snakes have long necks.
I mean, I think Robert had already made his point, but Robert, break the tie.
I'm going long necks.
Long necks.
You're dumb.
Long necks.
Stop
All right.
asking snake questions, please.
What's our next
Alex will
question?
keep putting them on there. If your if your shirt isn't tucked into your pants, does that mean your pants are tucked into your shirt? No. Oh, sorry. That is from Gen Z Zach Woodruff at Salsa 6800. No. No, and here's I thought long and hard about this week. That's why. If your shirt is
long and hard.
If your shirt is tucked into your pants, you're tucking it between your body and the pants, and it is a tight seal. If it is outside and loose, it's not tucked between your pants and anything other than air. There is nothing holding. It is just loose and free. It's not tucked. It's free. So I'm going to say, no, it's not. For it to be tucked, it has to be between two things. And one of those things cannot be air. One of those things cannot be air. I know you're saying this just because you're being a dick.
I'm not.
But no.
I think he brings up a good point where it's like you technically are tucked into the shirt.
It's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question. But the answer is no.
Then what is it? What is it if it's not tucked in? What is it called then?
It's untucked.
Your pants are untucked from your shirt?
Are your pants tucked into your shirt? No. It's just they're not tucked in because it has to be a tight seal.
Well,
Sorry,
when your shirt is tucked into your pants, the shirt is inside the pants. When the pants are tucked into the shirt, it's inside the shirt.
I realized I went onto a tangent there that didn't really make sense because I was still focusing on the shirt.
Because you're not making sense.
But
you're just rambling.
That's what I was doing. I was rambling because I was still focusing on the shirt, not the pants. Here's the thing. What makes the tuck is that there is a seal between the pant and the body. When the shirt is outside, the pant is not really sealed between the shirt and the body because it's not a tight seal. I think what makes the tuck is a tight seal.
I think we're gonna have to we're football guys here on this podcast. I think we're gonna have to go look at the tuck rule. And the tuck rule,
the tuck rule isn't around anymore. The tuck rule isn't around anymore.
In clothing, it is, and it doesn't always make sense. But it's like when you see it, you know it, and it's like if a shirt inside of your pants is a shirt that's tucked into your pants, then a pair of pants inside of the shirt, which therefore, if your shirt is untucked, then the pants have to be tucked into your shirt, I think
you just inadvertently made my point.
I don't think so. It's the tuck rule.
Let me explain this to you real quick.
It doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always seem like it's legit, but it's there. No.
I think I can turn you on this. When you tuck your pants into your shirt into your pants, what do? You sit there and you tuck it in. Bam. You lift up and you tuck it in right there. How do you tuck your pants into your shirt if you can't actually tuck it in? You don't know it, but when you see it, you know it's a tuck. And I wouldn't say that leaving my shirt hanging over my pants is a tuck. When I tuck my pants into my shirt,
it's a super easy tuck. Honestly.
I drive that shit into there to tuck it, which I just realized on this video that probably looked super problematic what I was doing for the last 2 minutes. But that's what I'm saying. When you see a tuck, you know a tuck. And you tuck your pants into your shirt.
You do know a tuck because you don't know this tuck.
You have to physically tuck your pants into your shirt. When you just let your shirt fly and your pants are laying there, that's not a tuck. Your pants are just inside your shirt. They're not tucked into your shirt.
I think you're making my point for me because it just proves that tucking your pants into your shirt is so much easier than tucking your shirt into your pants.
No.
That's why so many people do that.
No, your shirt would have to be so tight that when you pull your pants up, you have to pull the shirt away to bring your pants up for it to be a tuck.
No, I don't think that's easy breezy cover girl where it's just that much easier to just have your pants tucked into your shirt. That's why I always go with my pants tucked into my shirt.
I'm going to ask for closing arguments. I've made my case. You have made your case. Robert, as the judge, I think you have to make a ruling here.
You both of you guys made very compelling arguments.
Thank you.
But I'm going to have to go with Pat on this one.
Thank you.
I'm going to go with Pat
Robert,
on this one.
Here's the thing. Alex did not make a compelling argument, but Robert's just a nice guy. Even though he won't say I love you, he's a nice guy. Alex, I need you to re-listen to this when you're sober and you'll
I'm not going to. I am sober. I'm 100% sober. I know you're wrong, and that's how I know you're wrong. As you drink vodka out of the bottle.
It's actually gin.
Gin, even worse. Even worse.
Well, you know why I'm doing this? Because I have not, except to go piss, I have not ran back to my fridge. I finished my 6-pack before Comeback Kid was over. That's how off the fucking rails we went this episode.
It may not be our longest episode, though.
It's not, but we went fucking bonkers on
It's
this
close.
one, buddy.
All right. Our final question. I believe it's our final question. Yeah, our final question of the week from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix. She says, when you stop texting or getting phone calls from someone that you've been dating, it's called ghosting. Then could the first time you have sex with someone be called moisting?
I would say yes, it could be called moisting, but honestly, those two things have nothing to do with each other. Really, she was just putting ing and ing together.
Which
those two
seems
things
like
really
something
have
you would do, honestly.
nothing to do with each other. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
actually, I would say not even moisting. The first time you had sex, you might call it dipping.
Dipping. You'd be dipping.
I think dipping would be better than moisting.
Yeah. Just dipping that honey stick in.
A fucking honey stick.
Going to the hive, baby. Finding the queen.
I mean, I'm
No,
trying to
I
make.
don't think it's moisting. I don't think it's moisting.
No, it's not. I'm trying to make a connection between ghosting and then having sex, and what would that be called? It's just
I would feel like moisting would be like if you constantly like led someone on and like made him feel like that, like y'all were about to hook up, and then you bounced every single time. Like blue balls for chicks. Because blue balls for is for dudes. Where it's like the female version of blue balls where it's like, oh, dude, you just left her all like moisted, bro.
That's what moisting is. Moisting is blue balls for chicks.
It's ghosting because it's still sort of ghosting, but it's like it's the roles are reversed. The traditional roles are reversed where it's the guy leading the girl on, gets her nice and going, and then he's like, actually, I got a dip.
yes.
Right?
Yes. That was 100% correct. 150,000% correct.
See, I think we're turning things around here, guys. I think we disagreed. I think we're agreeing now, and that's a great way to end the podcast. So
Yeah.
no, it is not the same thing as ghost. Actually, it is the same thing as ghosting, but it's the female version of blue balls. You're getting moisted, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it has
no.
nothing to do with the sex.
Dude,
at
he
that
left
point.
and he totally moisted me, and it's like she was like her friend's like, "What do you mean?" It's like I was all hot and bothered, and then he was like, "Sorry, I can't do this. I gotta go."
So to answer her question, no, the first time you have sex is not called moisting, but moisting is the female version of blue balling. God damn, Alex, you're a fucking learned scholar.
And you were making fun of me. Call me a drunk earlier. I am not a drunk. I am a doctor, basically.
I didn't call you a drunk. I said you were a drunk.
I'm not, but I am smart now.
Mm.
This minute that I am.
Could you pass a blow test?
I mean, I'm not driving anywhere, so I would refuse.
All
Which
right.
would mean yes.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys for listening. Pass the Great Pod. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, Pass the Great Podcast, on Facebook, and then give us a follow on Twitch too. If I can fucking get my internet to let us stream, we'll do it. Pat and I, fun fact.
I can't
never. Right, no, but we have never lost a game of Warzone
on duos
when playing on Twitch. Pat and I play in duos, undefeated. So we probably
a
can't
ver-
ever play again because
we are one for one. Well, here's the thing: we are 1 for 1 of her dance duos. For dance ain't there ever again.
We could have been the last people to play that map, so therefore we're the goats.
That's a good point. We might have been the last people to ever play that map.
We are probably the best duos players ever, the final champions of that map. For those
we should put that on our Twitter bio. Final chance of Verdansk.
Yeah, final Warzone we're reigning Warzone champs.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna
We'll
workshop.
figure it out. You guys will get it. But if you want to follow us on Twitch, Pass a Great Pod, we'll try and stream some this weekend. And it may just be me, it may just be Pat. We'll figure it out though. We love you guys. Robert, a recent study suggests where can we listen to it?
Everywhere you're listening to Pass the Gravy. If you listen to Pass the Gravy right now, you can listen to A Recent Study Suggests. Comes out every Monday.
Yeah, every Monday. We got a fun-filled week worth of podcasts. If you're following the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network at PTGPN on Twitter,
if you ever find yourself sitting there going, you know what? I feel like I have a case of the Mondays. You know how you get over that? A recent study suggests. There you go.
And when you're done with that, disappointed but not surprised. They had dominatrix.
You go from case of the Mondays to horny Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, 2 Claret Big Blues days, Claret Big Blue podcast, myself.
Yeah,
Mike
they give you the
Fish
blue balls,
doing that.
which leads into horny Tuesdays.
And then Gravy Day is on Wednesdays.
I think
the
you
Weekly
guys
D podcast after that. And then the Time Machine with Andy Green. You got 5 podcasts on the Pass Great Podcast Network to get you through every single fucking day of the week. But shout out to our girls, Alex and Allie from the Disappointed But Not Surprised podcast. They had another dominatrix on this week. And just I don't know what it is, but listening to the dominatrix describe the shit that she does to people, it's people pay you for that. That's crazy. And it's I was sold on it. So
he said while he was hard the whole time.
I know, because it's just a lot of it's stuff I'm not into, but it's just that people pay you this much money to do this stuff. Okay, I'm in. But yeah, Recent Study Suggests. I fucking love the entire concept behind it. This week I wanted to send you 3 surveys. I held back on it because I don't want to tell you how to do shit. But I was I wonder if Robert would get into this. I just love the concept of why are we studying this? How do we get into this? And it's great. Robert and Sam, awesome together. Be sure you subscribe to everything on the Pass Grade Podcast Network at PTGPN if you'd like to find out what to listen to. We're tweeting all that stuff out, and we love you guys. At Pass Grade Pod on Twitter, give us a follow. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy, you bitches.
I caught it bad yesterday. You hit me with a call to your place. It been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles in my face. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is weed and